Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. National Ocean. I have Taobao from all walks of life. Chapter 31. A sudden arrow snatched away the golden pirate captain they had worked so hard to defeat. At this moment, Jack's mind was filled with thunderbolts, and his brain was empty. The pirate captain had already been defeated by them. Of course, they also paid a heavy price. Dozens of people were seriously injured and 7 were killed. It took a lot of effort to consume this boss to the point. Suddenly, an arrow took away their boss, catching everyone off guard. Look in the direction of the arrow. A masked blonde woman holds a legendary storm bow. That girl, he was the one who led them to the island. Jack suddenly became furious. You and him are actually in the same group. He couldn't believe it. A blonde girl will be with Wang Yi. This is a traitor, naked traitor. Wang Yi is from the Yan Kingdom, and this blonde and blue-eyed girl is actually with the Yan Kingdom. Unfortunately, he didn't know that Sophia was actually an elf, not a human. To elves, humans are humans, not their kind. With her face covered and her hair covering her ears, she looked like a white girl. One arrow took away the hard work of hundreds of people in the alliance. These soul powers could have been divided. Jack roared, "Traitor! That girl is a traitor. She is actually with the Yan Kingdom people." Sophia looked like an idiot. She is an elf and not a human, so what kind of traitor is she? Jack was helpless and furious. He couldn't understand how such a beautiful girl could be with Wang Yi. This little beauty should be worthy of a tall, handsome, blonde man like him. Jealousy, feeling betrayed, feeling the anger of being dominated by the Tauren. Jack gripped the battle axe tightly and roared, "Kill that Wang Yi." At this time, Wang Yi walked over without fear. What? Pick up equipment. The golden pirate dropped his equipment after his death. Can he not pick it up? Golden pirate scimitar, purple quality. The great pirate gold Gerda's sword is extremely sharp and can easily cut through thick armor. Pirate musket, purple quality, a magic musket that uses magic power to fire projectiles. It is the favorite of the great pirate Gerda. Hey, Wang Yi's combat power increased from 45,700 to 85,700. After grabbing this boss, my level suddenly doubled. At this time, he was completely unafraid to challenge anyone. Jack is always very sensible and never rushes into battle. At this time, he couldn't help the anger in his heart and rushed towards Wang Yi with his axe. Wang Yi raised the staff in his hand, Meteor Planet. Charge 3 consecutive shots. Spend 600 magic power and smash 3 meteor balls towards Jack. Wang Yi also knows this, and the damage is not enough to hurt the opponent. But Jack was very cautious. "Priest, add a shield to me." As Jack roared, a golden magic shield enveloped him. The magic shield resisted the meteorite, and Jack laughed. "You magician, you are looking for death." When Jack thought Wang Yi was a magician with no power to bind chickens. His left hand suddenly raised. Frost combat skill, Frost Sword. The ice condensed water vapor, and a frost sword suddenly appeared in Wang Yi's hand. Jack's whole body just hit him. The ice sword pierced Jack's armor and stabbed his heart. One sword, instant kill. Jack, who was kneeling on the ground, spat out a large mouthful of blood. Ahem. Blood dripped down, staining Jack's pure white knight's armor red as if it were free of charge. Everyone present showed shocked expressions. Magic swordsman. Wait a minute, his name is Wang Yi. Useless person, Wang Yi. Everyone suddenly remembered at this moment. In the previous global bulletin, a person named Wang Yi chose the profession of useless person that no one would choose. Because useless people need to get skill books by themselves, it is difficult to survive in the early stage. Although the useless person can use any skills, he does not have the skills given by the system. When others choose a career, they will be given skills and equipment. For example, a samurai will receive a set of samurai armor and a sword. When a magician chooses a profession, he will be given a staff and magic robe, and skills can be unlocked by increasing combat power. But the useless person gives nothing. No one chooses a useless person. The profession of useless person is almost Wang Yi's exclusive profession. The name Wang Yi, the useless person, will probably spread during this global live broadcast. It's not a derogatory sense, this idiot is simply synonymous with invincibility. Useless here means that there is nothing to use, it is not useless. A single combat skill killed Jack instantly, and everyone present was frightened. Finally someone reacted. Jack is dead. Hurry up and blast him with magic. Don't let him get away. Jack's little brother was anxious. However, only Hikawa Okasaka appeared to be anxious, but in fact secretly gave Wang Yi a thumbs up. Awesome. Jack deserves it. Let him continue to boss people around, and now he is being punished. Faced with the siege of hundreds of people, Wang Yi was not stupid. Run away directly with phantom footwork. No matter how strong a person is, it is difficult to stand up to hundreds of people. This is why Wang Yi wants to use them to help him kill the skeleton pirates outside. Originally, he could not invade Skull Island with his own strength. I got more than 30,000 gold coins and defeated the boss. Wang Yi has no reason to waste time here. Farewell. After a dozen consecutive flashes, he arrived at the shore. Turtle Ship lowered the ladder and he jumped up. All the loot was taken away from these people in full view of the world. Regional notification. The undead of the Golden Pirate Gerda have been defeated, and the revenge of the undead will appear in the Sea of Mist. Please escape this area. On Skull Island, Gerda's undead roared, I curse you. Those who take away my treasure, I curse you all to die in the Sea of Mist. Wang Yi got on the boat and pressed the button on his mobile phone to start the jet. The 4 propellers immediately pushed the turtle ship outward. Where to run? Follow the guidance of the stone tablet and return to the original portal. Once there, you can escape from this sea area. Although Jack is dead, the people under him will not let Wang Yi go easily. Surround his ship. Don't let him escape. Revenge for the boss. The knights and mages all rushed over angrily. On the other side, Park Jae-hee stopped the younger brother behind him. Let these ghost guys chase us, it's no longer worth working for them. You see, people in Japan are all pretending. Now that Jack is dead, no one can threaten them. These Japanese and Han people began to become lazy one by one. They were coerced and lured by Jack before, but now that Jack is dead, they have nothing to fear. The battle on Skull Island exhausted all their elites. It's better for those ghost guys to just stand behind them and watch the show without any fuss. All clay figures have tempers, let alone dogs. When the master dies, the dog has to become the master. The Japanese and Han people were not that interested in pursuit. Even when they saw Wang Yi's boat approaching, they all gave way, as if they were crossing the road to say goodbye. Various magic and combat skills are used on Wang Yi's turtle boat. No shit. Instead, magic arrows began to shoot out of the turtle ship's shooting port. This turtle boat is more appropriately called a hedgehog boat. The shooting port on the ship continuously sprayed out magic arrows, and no one could get close. One word. Anyone who dares to chase him will be shot into a hedgehog in an instant. People outside couldn't see what was going on inside, and they thought Wang Yi's ship was equipped with some accessories that could attack automatically. Actually, inside are 120 elven archers. All are little elf girls from the village. If anyone could see what was going on inside the boat, they would be absolutely shocked. The youngest elf Loli inside looks like a teenager, and the oldest looks no more than 18 years old. A boatload of elf Lolita and elf girls. Of course, the age of elves is different from that of humans and cannot be measured by human age. Those elves who look like little Lolita are probably a few years older than Wang Yi. Turtle ships are fast and full of elven archers. The most important thing is, the special steel Wang Yi bought made his ship rock solid and immune to any attacks below level 5. I just heard the clanking of the hull, but nothing happened. They quickly got rid of these pursuers. With a wave of his hand, he took out a rocking chair from the space ring and lay down on it comfortably. These were obtained from the pirate treasure house, and the space ring now has a complete set of furniture. Comfortable and comfortable. He raised his hand, and a transparent screen appeared out of thin air. Remaining soul power distribution. 20,000 soul power can only be distributed to comrades or followers. Traditional practices. 1/3 of the soul power obtained by killing the boss belongs to Wang Yi, and the remaining 1/6 can be distributed to others. This is a system mandate. But when Wang Yi opened the allocation list, weird, he discovered something. I took in 120 elf girls. But there is only one person on the list for allocating soul power. Follower. Sophia. What happened? Don't you need to share it with the people around you? Wang Yi touched his chin and thought deeply for a moment, and he thought of a possibility. The elf girl has a contract with herself, which is a mercenary contract. All drifting systems recognize the elf girl as their follower. The other elves who came here to take refuge for a few days have nothing to do with him. There is no need to share soul power with them. This system is interesting. No wonder they upgraded so quickly. Wang Yi discovered that there is also an alliance system. Distributes soul power, shared by all, or swallowing soul power alone, or free distribution. Seeing this, Wang Yi finally understood why Jack was so strong. He must have swallowed up part of the soul power. After turning on the alliance system, the soul power generated by other people's monsters can be distributed freely. For example, the monsters that 100 other drifters worked hard to kill gained 100,000 soul power. The leader can choose to swallow them all for himself. You can also choose to swallow half and share it with others. In this way, the people at the bottom became workers, working for the leader. The alliance leader ate the soul power of others and became stronger and stronger. It's like getting stronger while sleeping. As long as you recruit enough boys and sleep on the boat, you can increase your soul power by 100,000 a day, no problem. This is why other castaways level up so quickly. Suddenly, Wang Yi had a bold idea. He doesn't recruit other drifters, but these elf girls in front of him, can they work for him? Wang Yi asked curiously, can you absorb the soul power by killing those skeletons? These little elf Lolitas shook their heads one by one, their faces full of confusion. Oh, they are not drifters, so they cannot absorb soul power. However, as long as they team up with him, they can gain soul power. At this time, Wang Yi showed a strange smile. Do you want to become stronger? The 120 elf girls in the ship all showed puzzled expressions. Wang Yi coughed dryly. Sophia, stop hiding. Sophia, who had been hiding in the corner with her face covered, ran out angrily. Employer, what are you doing? Sophia wanted to strangle Wang Yi to death. She originally wanted to hide, not wanting other elves in her hometown to find out. Wang Yi shrugged. Are you stupid? They will be here for the next few days, and it will only be a matter of time before you are discovered. Yeah. 2. It seems to make sense. Seeing the easy to deceive Sophia, who was able to get her done with just a few words, Wang Yi sighed inwardly. Fortunately, it was herself she met. If she met other LSPs with evil intentions, she would be really afraid that she would be sold out and help count money. When Sophia appeared, the other elf girls became excited. Sister Sophia, Sophia, when were you here? The 120 elf girls were all excited. It turns out that this masked blonde woman is actually the eldest lady of the elf platinum family. It was Sophia whom they had known for many years. Wang Yi snapped his fingers. Sophia, tell them your current strength. Having just allocated 20,000 soul power to Sophia, her current combat power has directly reached 95,000. When Sophia showed off her fighting power, all the elf girls showed shocked expressions. To know, when Sophia first arrived at Wang Yi, she only had 45,000 combat power. Now, 95,000. We have reached the threshold of the 4th level. People in other worlds need to practice hard. And in this ocean world, you rely on the drifting system to absorb soul power and become stronger, extremely fast. Theoretically, as long as there are enough juniors to help him work, Wang Yi can be like the boss of those alliances. You become stronger just by lying down. A person's power is limited. He now has more than 80,000 combat troops, and it is impossible for him to fight around the clock. Moreover, the situation at sea is complicated, and strength must be preserved. If he runs out of energy and an elite monster suddenly jumps out of the sea, he will be dumbfounded. The best thing to do is to find someone to work for him, just like Jack who was killed. Jack relies on his subordinates to kill monsters, and then shares his soul power with him. Inside the ship at this time, the elf girl's attention was all on Sophia. Sophia has 95,000 combat power. 95,000. It's about to break through the 4th level. Sister Sophia, a month ago, didn't you have only 40,000 combat power? Facing the curious babies, Sophia had to explain that she got rapid promotion from Wang Yi. After listening to the elf girl's explanation, the girls in front of them all had little stars in their eyes. Big brother, we want it too. Brother Wang Yi, I also want to become stronger. After we become stronger, we can fight off those slave hunters when we return to the village. Watching more than 100 elf girls acting coquettishly around him. My God, Wang Yi, am so virtuous and capable. I never expected to be surrounded by more than 100 blonde elf Lolita. This feels like a dream. Of course, he was feeling happy on the inside, but he still had to maintain his appearance. Everyone be quiet, as long as you make a contract with me. I also want. Although the elf girls are impatient, their quality is quite high. Line up one by one. Wang Yi raised his hand to call up the team system. Team, follow. These elves are not drifters, so naturally they can only be included in the follower system. Although the 120 elf archers are all underage elf girls, they still have a certain fighting ability. After finishing everything, he looked at the elf girls in front of him with a smile. There is another request. You cannot reveal what happened to Sophia here. The elf girls nodded repeatedly. It must be kept secret. These words made Sophia, who was following Wang Yi, feel warm in her heart. The employer still had concerns about her feelings. At this moment, Wang Yi's cell phone vibrated. Regional channel. Lu Sang of Yangguo District. When the great pirate Gerda died, the fog in the sea of mist dispersed. Zhao Dezu from Yangguo District. There are so many skeleton ships that they won't let us leave. The boss of Skull Island dies. There is no fog in the sea of mists either. It was dark now, but every ship had a light on. The light emitted by the ship can be seen up to 10 kilometers away. Except for the golden light. There is also a faint blue will-o'-the-wisp light. That's the ghost ship, skeleton ship. His eyes turned to Lu Sang. They didn't get any benefits, so they could only kill monsters and level up. Who would have thought that once the boss dies, the entire sea of mist will boil? Along with Gerda's curse, the skeleton ships seemed to have been injected with blood. The skeleton ship emerged from the sea and slammed into their wooden boat. Boom! Sawdust was flying and the whole ship was shaking. Lu Sang and his party were panicked. Skeleton soldiers are not strong, but skeleton ships are. The rafters, small wooden boats are no more than 30 meters long and are quite fragile. And there are crossbows or artillery on the skeleton ship. The crossbow is fired. Amidst the whistling sound, several thigh-thick crossbow arrows were inserted into Lu Sang's boat. Brother Sang, the boat is leaking. This place is not for people, run. Almost all the castaways were running for their lives. But soon a younger brother pointed a few hundred meters away. Brother, that looks like Wang Yi. I saw Wang Yi's turtle boat, sailing leisurely. The 4 pirate ships continued to fire cannonballs and crossbows to bombard the turtle ship. However, the turtle ship, which was as hard as a tortoise, had no trouble under attack from the skeleton ship. When Lu Sang saw this scene, he couldn't help complaining, that's too tough. I also want to upgrade the iron ship. Wang Yi felt that he was really clever for upgrading the turtle ship with special steel. Immune to level 5 attacks. Unless monsters board the ship, he can safely hide in the ship. Attacks below level 5 are simply an itch for turtle ship. The ship is rigid, and the 4 propellers at the back can ensure escape speed. What else is there to say? Moreover, he has just opened the magic core accessories and can equip the ship. However, it seems that there is no need to turn on the magic core accessories and activate the turtle ship magic shield. Because as long as the attack does not come from above the head, the magic shield is not needed. Look at the situation in front of you again. These young elf archers were hiding behind the safe shooting ports and shooting arrows outwards. The window is very narrow, about 20 centimeters. There is a small opening, and the elf girls hide behind the shooting port, draw their bows and shoot arrows. The elf archers are all good at aiming, and can easily kill the skeletons on the opposite side behind the window. The skeleton ship's crossbows and artillery can only make a clanging sound when hitting the turtle ship. At most, it leaves a white mark on the turtle boat. Look at Wang Yi again. Acquire 500 soul power points from the elf archer Lily. Acquire 500 soul power points from the elf archer Eyewire. A series of numbers kept beating, and Wang Yi's combat power was also beating. He finally understood the benefits of being the boss. But he doesn't want to form an alliance with the other castaways. Because only he knows that he owns Wanji Taobao. Only these elves from other worlds could he feel at ease. Watch the elf girls kill skeletons safely and efficiently. He felt relieved and started to study other things. Lying on the chair, he raised his hand to summon the space ring. The space ring lights up a virtual screen, and you can see what's inside. I got a lot of stuff from the great pirate Gerda. Needless to say, furniture and sofas. There are also famous paintings, ceramics, and vases. These are not needed for the time being. But Wang Yi glanced at the book curiously. A book inside caught his attention. Making diagram of magic recovery potion. He quickly took out the paper and took a look at it. Magic recovery potion. Use the magic fruit to extract the recovery potion. The higher the level, the more recovery you will get. Restoration potion. Magic fruit. Where does the magic fruit come from? He quickly read the production diagram carefully. Magic fruit. The fruit produced by the magic tree. So the question is, where will he get the magic fruit? At this moment, something seemed to come to mind. Magic seeds. Correct. He had opened 5 purple boxes in a row before. Wasn't there a magic seed in them? He quickly got up and ran to the bottom of the cabin. Let go of the wooden box, and sure enough, the magic seed is inside. There were too many things released at that time, such as magic night sets, phantom footwork, and Skull Island keys. He actually forgot the magic seed. Pick it up and take a look. If it were an ordinary person, it would probably be of little use. But don't forget that Wang Yi also has a secondary career. Triggering of the passive skill of the Divine Medicine Master, identification of drugs. Magic seed. Eating it can restore 5,000 magic power. It is not recommended to take it directly. Recommendation. Use moonlight soil to plant and cultivate a magic tree. Ordinary soil can also be used, but the effect will be much worse. Good guy. My profession as a magical pharmacist is finally put to use now. When he was just fighting, Wang Yi also discovered a person's limitations. He used phantom footwork all the way. Phantom footwork consumes 100 mana points at a time. Running all the way to the island's warehouse, he used up nearly 10,000 mana. When fighting Jack, he used 20,000 fighting energy in one breath to condense the sharpest frost sword. Then use phantom footwork to escape. With a combat strength of only over 80,000, he had used up half of his energy at that time. He felt that the whole process was very extreme and that he didn't have enough energy. If only I could replenish my energy. He is a useless person, and drinking the magic recovery potion can also be converted into other energy. So, after making a magic recovery potion, can't the magic be thrown away casually? Thinking of this, Wang Yi became excited. But the problem is here again. Moonshine soil, where can I get it? He had no choice but to pick up his phone and click on Wanji Taobao to search. The universal Taobao of all worlds, just see if it sells moonshine soil. When he opened the software, he found that many people were trolling him in the group. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, little friend. Why is it that it's already night and the shark meat hasn't been replenished yet? Lord of the Polar Regions, I have a friend who wants you to help strengthen the weapons. Many people are urging Wang Yi to quickly replenish the fish supply. But he was busy visiting Skull Island today, so how could he have time to fish? There is also a girl named Ite. Witch Lana. I heard that you synthesized the Polar Lord's combat skills. I don't believe it. Yo, why don't you believe this arrogant witch? He was happy when he saw this and thought. Heartwarming little seller. Don't believe it. You can give me your set of skills and I will synthesize them. At this time, he is in the magic tower in another world. The witch Lana is flipping through books and studying her full moon magic. The mobile phone placed on the table suddenly vibrated. Lana took a look. Is he a heartwarming little seller? She picked up her phone and replied. Witch Lana, I can give you a set of magic. If you can synthesize it, I will give it to you. If you can't synthesize it, you have to pay 10 times the price to buy it. Do you dare? Yo-ho, free magic. Wang Yi became excited as soon as he heard it. Her free prostitution skills are very good, let's put them together and show them to her. Now the group became lively. Longhushan old Taoist. I'm also curious, at Polarlord, can the small seller really combine combat skills? Lord of the Polar Regions. Anyway, when I sold him the combat skills, he quickly synthesized the frost fighting spirit. Corrupt follower. It's true or false? Isn't it a trap again this time? Which Lana? I don't know if the Polar Lord is asking for it, but I'm sure I'm not. In the magic tower, Lana was also curious. She has studied full moon magic for a long time. If Wang Yi is gifted, she can combine magic. That might help her break through her limitations. Researching magic has troubled her for a long time. If Wang Yi can help break through, what if she gives Wang Yi these skills for free? Which Lana? I have 2 books here, Crane Moon Magic and Half Moon Magic. The prices of these 2 skill books are 2,000 gold coins and 5,000 gold coins. They are legendary magic. Seeing the price, Wang Yi's eyes widened. So fragrant. If you successfully synthesize it, you can spend 7,000 worth of magic skills for free. Doesn't it smell good? 2 legendary magic books. Then he is determined. Heartwarming little seller. Okay. You send it and I will learn it for you in seconds. Which Lana? But, if you lie, you have to compensate me 10 times the price. Heartwarming little seller. Of course. A word is settled. Which Lana? Sent to you. If you can develop full moon magic, then I will be convinced. Heartwarming little seller. Good luck. He rubbed his hands excitedly. Which Lana has signed a gambling agreement with you. If you combine 2 sets of magic into one, you will get these 2 magic skill books for free. If you are unsuccessful, you will be compensated 10 times the price of the goods. Agree or not? Agree. He saw the space door open and 2 books falling on the table in front of him. Now in the captain's cabin, Wang Yi has arranged various furniture. They are all valuable furniture obtained from pirate treasure houses. Sit on a chair and open 2 books. The Waning Moon. The magic power condenses into the waning moon and the crescent moon, which is shot at the enemy and causes horrific damage. Mana consumption, 50,000. Half Moon. Magic power condenses into a half-moon crescent and shoots towards the enemy, causing horrific damage. Mana consumption, 100,000. I go. These 2 skills. It's simply not something he can use at this stage. This magic that can drain him out with just 1 use is so powerful. This is a high-level spell. It can be used as a special move, and can be used at critical moments to instantly kill powerful enemies. The 2 books in front of Wang Yi also disappeared as he learned. When he felt the knowledge pouring into his brain, he let out a long breath. Strangeness. Is this a whole set of spells? Why does the system not prompt for fusion? The 3 sets of combat skills given by the Polar Lord allowed him to merge into Frost Fighting Spirit. Why didn't he successfully fuse the set of spells given by the witch? Strange. It's not right. Warm-hearted buyer group. Which Lana? Is it synthesized? Why are not you talking? Heartwarming little seller. I learned it, but it's strange, but I didn't make it into a complete set. Which Lana? How is that possible? That's the whole set I'm giving you. If you were gifted, couldn't you synthesize full moon magic? Warm-hearted little seller. Are you sure it's a complete set? Which Lana? I never lie. A whole set of magic is given to you. If you can't synthesize it, you'll have to pay for it. Lose money. This set of magic is worth 7,000 gold coins. If you lose 10 times the price. Wang Yi wants to pay 70,000 yuan. I lost 70,000. Which Lana? I knew you couldn't synthesize it, so all my expectations were in vain. Heartwarming little seller. There must be something missing here. In the magic tower, Lana was discouraged. I still believed in the small seller so much, but I didn't expect him to be a liar. Lana pouted. She didn't want to believe it. After all, the warm-hearted little seller looks good, so how could he lie to her? But in fact, Wang Yi just couldn't produce the magic of synthesis, which made Lana extremely disappointed. Obviously people are looking forward to it. The tip of the witch's nose felt sour, and she actually wanted to cry. Feeling aggrieved, she picked up the phone. Which Lana? I don't want you to pay compensation, just return the book to me. Old Master Longhushan. No, right. Is this a liar from a small seller? Polar Lord. I think it's impossible. He can't be a liar, right? People in the group were talking a lot. Lana originally had expectations for the heartwarming little seller, but she didn't expect that he was a liar. The other side. Wang Yi always felt something was wrong. Why was the synthesis not successful? Moreover, I read 2 books and the books were eaten by the system. How could I return them to her? Should I buy pen and paper now, rely on memory to copy a copy and return it to her. What nonsense. I always feel like I'm missing something. Wang Yi touched his chin and thought for a moment. Is it missing stars? The stars are holding the moon. Is this magic still missing stars? Thinking of this, Wang Yi immediately replied. Heartwarming little seller. Are you still missing stars? Witch Lana. Ha, star spell. Heartwarming little seller. The stars support the moon. A full moon is incomplete without stars. Witch Lana. Really? Lana looked at another magic book. If what Wang Yi said was true, then she would believe him again. The last time, Witch Lana gives you the Starlight Skill Book. Okay to receive. Open Xingwei and read and learn quickly. Starlight. Use the power of stars to illuminate the surrounding area. The range depends on the injected magic power. Enemies within the range will receive an additional 25% magic damage. When Wang Yi learned the Starlight spell, the next second, a complete set of spells was detected, and Wan Moon, Half Moon, Starlight was synthesized into one spell. You get an epic spell, Full Moon Magic. Global news. Wang Yi from Yangguo district collected his entire set of spells and became the first drifter to synthesize epic spells. Get a mysterious reward. Global channel. Hikawa Okazaka, Dongying district. It's Mr. Wang Yi again. Park Jae-hee, Hangguo district. It's this kid again. This kid must be the chosen one. What a useless person. He must be the illegitimate son of God. Did he top up the money? Wang Yi did charge money. With gold coins, he can buy things from other worlds. In a sense, this is a Krypton gold player. His beta version of 10,000 Realms Taobao is the only one on Earth. These are things that are simply impossible to obtain in the early stages. He got it from another world through Taobao from all realms. Of course, through the world channel, Wang Yi discovered that other castaways were no less lucky than him. Some people entered other sea areas and fought boss. Other castaways rely on numbers. Some alliance leaders seem to have gathered tens of thousands of people, and tens of thousands of people are working for him, killing monsters and using soul power. Others rely on crowd tactics. Wang Yi is alone and can only rely on his ability. When he became stronger by relying on Wanji Taobao, others also became stronger by recruiting younger brothers. Can't the system keep a low profile for me? I'm afraid I'll be targeted by people all over the world. Other castaways are not fools, they have many ways to upgrade. Wang Yi really wanted to keep a low profile, but he was helpless because the system kept swiping the screen for him. But the next second, Wang Yi gave him a thumbs up. Nice, it's great. Mysterious reward. Lengyu Miao Dao Epic Level. Attributes. Increase Xingyu's magic damage by 50%, increase Xingyu's spell casting speed by 50%. This reward. Invincible. The epic level is one level higher than the legendary level. When my meteor staff is not strengthened, it can only be improved by 25%. The basic level of Lengyu sword is increased by 50%. According to the setting of plus 50% for the first level of enhancement, wouldn't it be so terrifying when it is enhanced later? Come on, the global notification will be over 100 million points. He, Wang Yi, does not cause trouble and is not afraid of trouble. Holding the Lengyu Miao knife. Wang Yi couldn't put it down. Many people only know Japanese samurai swords. But they don't know that we have Tang Dao and Miao Dao, which are still beautiful. The katana sword was introduced to Japan based on the Tang sword and was transformed through subsequent craftsmanship. The Miao Dao is named Miao Dao because its blade is as slender as a grain seedling. It is one of the advanced weapons in the cold weapon era of the Yan Kingdom and has always been used by the royal guards. Lengyu Miao Dao is so handsome. The curved Miao Dao exudes a cold atmosphere. It's not just a knife, it's a knife-shaped staff. Absolutely amazing. The weapon of the magic swordsman. There was a burst of complaints on the World Channel, saying that Wang Yi was simply an illegitimate son of the gods. He didn't bother to speak. He just let them go. As long as he kept getting stronger, it was enough. He didn't need to care about the eyes of other drifters. After coming back to his senses, Wang Yi realized that he had been excited for too long and had to reply to the Witch Lana. Warm-hearted buyer group. Witch Lana. I sent the star glow to you. 10 minutes have passed. Where are you? At Ri Xin Xiao Cellar. Corrupt follower. Could this heartwarming little seller have taken away the money and run away? Polar Lord. He is not that kind of person. Old Master Longhushan, I think there is no need to rush the synthesis of magic. Don't talk nonsense in the group and wait for the small seller to reply. Heartwarming little seller. It's coming, it's coming. I learned full moon magic. In one sentence, the crowd exploded again. Polar Lord. Small seller. When will you teach me Frost Do Chi? I want to learn. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain. The real master is here. Border Army General. It's coming, it's coming. Brother, he is here. Under the spotlight, Wang Yi bubbled up again. In the magic tower, Lana also picked up her phone excitedly. Which Lana? How is it, successful? Heartwarming little seller. That's necessary. I'll just say that the magic you gave me lacks a set. Just take a look. Which Lana? Then show me quickly. Heartwarming little seller. Here it comes. Wang Yi is confidently preparing to shoot a video with the Lengyu Miao knife. The next second, he was dumbfounded. Grass. Not enough mana. Full moon magic. Mana consumption. 200,000. I lost it. Epic magic, starting with a mana consumption of 200,000. Let's get started. These are just the minimum requirements for using full moon magic. Starting with 200,000 mana. Wang Yi's current combat strength of more than 80,000 to 90,000, he can't even reach half of it. Learned, but not fully learned. This. How should I explain this to the witch girl? What should he do if others think he is a liar? Heartwarming little seller. I learned it, but I don't have enough mana to release it. Witch Lana. You lied to me again. Her eyes suddenly turned red, she felt extremely aggrieved and could not be coaxed. At this time, Wang Yi said a word and instantly calmed down the witch's mood. Heartwarming little seller. I can't use it, but I can write a book for you. Do you think that's okay? With Wang Yi's current strength, there is no way to use this set of full moon magic. But he had learned it, and all he had to do was tell her the principles. For 1 silver coin, Wang Yi bought a set of blank books specially used to record skills. Open the protective case made of cowhide and pick up the ink-dipped quill. Quickly jot down his thoughts on the magic of the full moon in a book. Full moon. It has evolved into a waning moon and a half moon. It shines with the power of stars, and the stars dominate the moon. At the same time, write down complex magic runes and magic calculation formulas. Magic is like a mathematical problem, it has formulas and geometric diagrams that form the basis of magic. The magic circle drawn when casting a spell is composed of magic geometries. After writing dozens of pages densely, Wang Yi himself was shocked. He actually learned so many complicated magic geometries and magic formulas. If a normal person were to learn this, they would indeed not be able to learn it within a few years. After finishing writing, Wang Yi sent this full moon skill book to the witch. Heartwarming little seller. Everyone, my little seller is definitely not a liar. I have given the synthesis magic to the witch lady. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, is it true or false? Lord of the polar regions, I have said before that small sellers cannot be liars. And the magic tower. Lana has received the book sent by Wang Yi. Putting it on the table, when she opened the book, she was immediately attracted by the knowledge. Her eyes widened, looking at the magic formulas and the magic geometric diagrams that formed the full moon. Lana was so shocked that she couldn't speak for a long time. He is a genius, a magical genius. How did he calculate such a complicated magic formula? How did he deduce it? The more Lana watched, the more frightened she became. He doesn't even have enough magic power, but he can calculate the magic of the full moon. Genius, genius. Putting down the book, the witch couldn't restrain her excitement. She hasn't finished reading the book yet, but she has already developed an admiration for Wang Yi. Witch Lana, a genius like you. Do you want to join our magic academy? You can definitely enroll directly and it's tuition free. Magic Academy. Wang Yi was happy. How can this magic academy be upgraded as fast as Ocean World? Heartwarming little seller. No, not interested. Witch Lana. Ours is the top magic academy. Come and I will help you apply for admission. With your talent, you can definitely become the next dean of the magic academy. Heartwarming little seller. I'm really not interested. I have other things to do. Let's talk later. Wang Yi doesn't come. She was more or less disappointed. But she soon immersed herself in a sea of knowledge. She understood this book written by a small seller through Wanji Taobao translation. Looking at the Chinese characters on it, she couldn't help but sigh, what beautiful words. The creation of this kind of written civilization must have a long history. Not only was Wang Yi's handwriting beautiful, but the Rubik's Cube formula inside made her feel like she had a sudden enlightenment. She couldn't help but share her inner excitement with others. Picking up Wang Yi's books, Lana flew out of the magic tower on a broom and came to the academy. Teacher, look. Facing Lana, who suddenly broke into the academy, the female teacher at the magic academy looked helpless. Lana, even if you are the queen's daughter, you can't barge into class. It seems that the dignity of the academy is more important than the imperial power here. The female teacher did not talk down to Lana just because she was a princess. Even the arrival of the queen cannot interfere with the academy's academic research. Their country uses the academy as the foundation of its country. No one, not even the queen, has the right to interfere with the academy. Karana took out the magic book written by Wang Yi. Show it in class. For a time, the entire class of students and magic teachers were all attracted by the Rubik's Cube formula in this book. Who wrote this? Genius. This magic formula uses the least magic power to create the most powerful magic. Lana, you wrote it. Several teachers and hundreds of students in the classroom were all shocked by the magic book written by Wang Yi. Lana said proudly, this is a person I know, and he wrote it to me. Suddenly, everyone in the class gathered around. Everyone is asking who the small seller is. Where is the rightful owner? He was cooking fish leisurely. The fish soup cooked by King Shark is extremely delicious. The cooked fish is beyond description in any words in the world. Use elf flour to knead the dough, then beat a few seabird eggs to make King Shark seafood ramen. Finally, sprinkle with a handful of chopped green onion, which is delicious. The aroma filled the entire ship. The other elf girls could only eat bread, but Wang Yi and Sophia were sitting at the dining table enjoying the delicious food. Although the combat power has improved, you still have to eat. He is not yet a god. Moreover, I eat more now, but I am just more resistant to hunger. Slurping noodles. Pretty. Other castaways lived in the open, suffering and drifting on the sea. He was sitting in a comfortable big boat, eating noodles, accompanied by a beautiful elf girl. It was probably a beautiful thing. The elf girl next to her was eating the fragrant noodles with a look of enjoyment on her face. Employer, this is so delicious. I didn't expect that flour can be made into such strips. Wow, oh, we used to just use it to make bread. After eating and drinking, Wang Yi patted his belly. I'm full, I almost forgot to buy moonshine soil. I had just synthesized a set of magic spells for the witch, but I had forgotten that I had to plant fields and trees. You have to expand your turtle ship to have room for farming. Just when Wang Yi was about to pick up the phone. Congratulations to you castaways, you successfully survived to the third day. On the third day at sea, skeleton ships and terrifying tuna schools will appear. In addition, you may encounter sea snakes. Tremble and struggle to survive on the endless sea. It's the third day. Wang Yi was stunned for a moment. I was living so comfortably that I forgot about the dangers of the sea. Don't relax, there are still new monsters in the sea. It's like this drifting system is going to kill everyone on Earth. Although the upgrade is fast, the monsters are becoming more and more terrifying. But he doesn't have no way out. If it doesn't work one day, he will run away with the bucket. How to run away with a bucket? Just save money and find a safe world. If one day the world becomes too dangerous, he might as well run away with the elf girl. It's not impossible to run to the elf girl. But before that, I still need to save more money and make myself stronger. I took a look at my account. Balance: 35,625 gold coins and 29 silver coins. What is a sense of security? This money is a sense of security. Save a large amount of money, and if things go wrong, he will immigrate to the world of elf girls. If that doesn't work, isn't there still that magic academy? The witch even asked him to go to a magic academy. In short, while thinking about a retreat, you must also accumulate strength. It would be enough to upgrade the ship to 100 meters. There are now 120 elf girls on board, including the elf girl Sophia. The room was a bit inadequate. There are only 10 dormitories in total, and 12 elf girls have to be squeezed into each dormitory. While making the boat bigger, it also needs to be covered with a layer. Although the third floor looks large, no one can live under the cabin. It was very humid, stuffy, and had no fresh air. The bottom floor would definitely not be inhabitable. The middle floor is now the dormitory, kitchen, bathroom, and so on. The top floor was originally planned to be used for farming, but now the elf girls are shooting arrows there, making it impossible to farm at all. After much thought, Wang Yi decided to spend a lot of money to make his boat bigger. Open the boat home system. Turtle ship upgrade. Medium turtle ship. Medium turtle ship. Length 110 meters. Width 55 meters. There are 4 floors inside. Rooms can be freely matched. Upgrade consumes iron ingots, 5,000 tons. Consumption of 500 tons of iron ingots can add a superstructure. There is no need to add a superstructure. After adding it, he will not be able to farm. 5,000 tons is still acceptable to Wang Yi. Isn't it just 5,000 gold coins? Purchase. Find Coco to buy. Heartwarming little seller. Boss, I'm here to patronize your business again. Customer service Coco. Small seller. I don't know how to thank you enough for your visit once in a day. Heartwarming little seller. This is a big order. Absolutely a big deal. Give me 5,000 tons of special steel. Puff. The customer service staff spit out blood. 5,000 tons. 5,000 gold coins. Her heartbeat was racing and she felt a rush of adrenaline. Wang Yi placed orders for her again and again, and the happiness almost knocked her out. But this time, customer service Coco, I may not be able to satisfy you. How about you buy it from Terra Group? Not satisfied, Wang Yi felt really unhappy when he thought about the face of Terra Group. When I first went to their company to buy it, they would only sell it if it started at 100 tons. Wang Yi has not forgotten that the Terra Group's customer service words are full of ridicule, showing the sense of superiority that you come from some rural planet. Heartwarming little seller, can you not mention that disgusting company? I don't want them to make any money away. Customer service Coco. But, in terms of quality, I only recommend their company. Terra's quality is still guaranteed. Although Coco is also very ruthless about this monopolistic interstellar company. But she still recommended Tyra. In terms of quality, they did guarantee it. She didn't know about other Taobao stores, and the quality varied. Emotionally, she hates the Terra Group. But what small sellers want to buy is to save their lives and cannot make mistakes. She can't provide goods, and she can't cheat other small sellers. Wang Yi also saw that this girl is too conscientious. Even if the goods are out of stock, Wang Yi is still recommended to buy goods from her enemies. I don't want to be fooled, this girl is a good person. Heartwarming little seller, is there any other store you would recommend? Does he really have to go to that disgusting company of Terra Group to spend money? Customer service Coco, how about, let me try. Heartwarming little seller, try it. Customer service Coco, my father had a warehouse before, and that warehouse was originally mine. But that place was occupied by interstellar pirates, and I was kicked out by them. Heartwarming little seller, 5,000 gold coins, you can take it directly. Consider it my advance payment. Just hire someone to go there and snatch it back. Suddenly 5,000 gold coins were thrown at Coco's face. She was confused. Customer service Coco, this 5,000 is too. Heartwarming little seller, don't say anything, hire people to be interstellar pirates and take back what belongs to you. Sell me again. Have to say, Coco was stimulated by Wang Yi's words. His words were like a shot in the arm, making Coco feel energetic all of a sudden. Customer service Coco, okay. Listen to you. Hire a fleet for 5,000 gold coins and go over and take back what belongs to me. Thank you, little seller. Received such a large sum of money from Wang Yi. Although the money is a warm-hearted little seller in her normal transaction. As long as she takes back the warehouse from the interstellar pirates, she can deliver the goods. But this heartwarming little seller is so heartwarming, isn't he afraid of failure? Coco clenched her fists. I'm going to spend a lot of money to find the best interstellar mercenaries. I just need to take back the warehouse and get back the machines inside. Thinking of this, Coco became excited. That warehouse contained machines for producing special steel, and it was occupied by interstellar pirates. Now she has these 5,000 gold, which is definitely enough to hire reliable interstellar mercenaries. Coco picked up the phone. Customer service Coco. I will definitely take back the warehouse. I'll definitely ship it to you too. If you can't get it back, I'll sell it to you to get the special steel. Hiss. Seeing this girl full of fighting spirit, Wang Yi was a little worried about her. Heartwarming little seller. So what, please pay attention to safety. Customer service Coco. Don't worry. His eyes turned to Coco. She opened the world's treasure hunt to find the mercenaries in her world. Red Lion. Coco. I need a fleet. Red Lion Legion customer service. Enemy forces and enemy strength, please provide them. Coco. The enemy is a group of interstellar pirates, with about 10 bird-class spaceships and 1 guard-class spacecraft. Red Lion customer service. Are you sure the information is correct? If there is a mistake and it causes us losses, you need to compensate us. Coco. My asset has a mineral star, use this mineral star as a guarantee. Red Lion Legion customer service. Okay, madam, we will dispatch 10 escort-class spaceships. The cost is 4,500 gold coins at a time, which must be paid in cash. Coco. I've placed an order. After taking money from a small seller, Kiki is so stubborn. With money, she can take back the warehouse and take back the production machines left by her father. Half an hour later, the Red Lion Legion's mercenary spaceship arrived and picked up Coco. A group of interstellar mercenaries straightened their backs and reported, Madam, based on the location you provided, we have found the interstellar pirates. The information you gave us is correct. The girl in work clothes grinned, revealing her cute tiger teeth. Very good. I'll go shout first and give them a chance. Under Coco's guidance, they came to a space station thousands of kilometers away from the mining star. This was originally a transshipment warehouse for Coco's father. Originally these things were all Coco. Interstellar pirates. Give you a chance to survive, evacuate the warehouse and return your things to me. Hearing Coco's voice, the pirates in the space station laughed out loud. Isn't this the little sister of Xingqian Steel Group? Why, just fly a spaceship here. Looking for death. I let this girl escape last time, I must capture her alive this time. I heard that this girl is quite beautiful, so I just grabbed her and presented her to the boss. The pirates flew out of the space station in small spaceships and wanted to directly surround Coco. But now, these are not the past. She is no longer a lost dog. Since you don't want to give it back to me, then you might as well die. Coco snapped her fingers, and 9 invisible Red Lion spacecraft suddenly appeared next to them. The scarlet laser shot out, instantly annihilating these ragtag pirates. None of the pirates who bullied her will be spared. Comfortable. Standing in the spaceship, Coco took a long breath. She picked up the phone. Coco. Little seller, thank you for helping me get out of my bad mood. I have taken back the warehouse and will ship it to you. Heartwarming little seller. Okay, as long as everything is fine. Coco. Don't worry, leave it all to the mercenaries. The mercenaries of the Red Lion Legion began to land on the space station. Wearing heavy mechanical armor, he strangled the remaining pirates in the space station. Half an hour later. Report madam, all pirates in the space station have been cleared, and no life reaction has been detected. A professional is a professional. After spending such a large sum of money, the mercenaries of the Red Lion Legion helped her clean up everything. The corpses will be cleaned directly for you. How to clean it? Throw it into the engine of the spacecraft and be directly cremated into ashes. Mission accomplished. Thank you for your trust in the Red Lions. It's a pleasure working with you, ma'am. The Red Lion Legion mercenaries saluted Coco. We will patrol the area for a few hours to ensure your safety. See, this is called professionalism. Coco stepped into the space station and entered the password in front of the warehouse. Dee. Password successful. The warehouses were opened, and batches of special steel produced by Xingqian Group were lying quietly inside. Ha! These stupid pirates didn't crack the password to the warehouse. All special steels are available. The machines are also in perfect condition. Hugging one of the machines, Coco was so excited that she couldn't speak. Small sellers are really my lucky star. With these machines, I can start producing special steel and sell them on Taobao. I don't have to worry anymore. Now, she can break the Terra Group's monopoly. They sell it for 1.25 gold coins per ton, but she only sells it for 1 gold coin. Pick up your phone and let the small seller deliver the goods as soon as possible. Coco. It's been shipped. Heartwarming little seller. Good luck. Coco. I love you. Heartwarming little seller. Old face blushing emoticon pack. Oops, let's just say I'm too popular and there's nothing I can do about it. Wang Yi looked at the phone and said with a silly smile, "Tisk, tisk, tisk, I have captured the heart of another young lady." Who is it? The elf girl came over curiously, her tone sour. The Coco mine has shipped the goods to you, please accept it. A prompt popped up on the phone. Wang Yi clicked to take a look. 10,000 tons of special steel. Puff. Wang Yi spurted out a mouthful of old blood. Heartwarming little seller. 10,000 tons. Coco. Oops, you helped me regain a part of my father's inheritance, for which I must thank you. Heartwarming little seller. Well, then I won't be polite. Hey, thank you boss. Don't take advantage of the fool. Everyone brought it to him. How could anything be returned to Wang Yi when it was in his hands? Coco. I can produce special steel next, and I need your support. Heartwarming little seller. That's a must. Obtaining 10,000 tons of special steel was far beyond Wang Yi's imagination. This is too fragrant. The space door opened. Wang Yi raised his hand and put the things directly into the space ring. Comfortable. The elf girl next to her pouted. Employer, who are you so happy chatting with? Wang Yi smiled mysteriously. A beautiful sister. Oh, the elf girl seemed to answer calmly, but there was jealousy in her voice. Seeing Wang Yi chatting happily with other girls, she felt a little uncomfortable for some reason. Seeing Wang Yi walking to the side, she held her heart and took a deep breath. What's wrong with me? Why do I feel so uncomfortable? What does it have to do with me that he flirts with girls? Patting her face, Sophia pinched her pink face and said, I am an elf and he is a human. Don't think too much, Sophia. The other side, Wang Yi turns on the boat home system. Originally, the turtle ship was to be built 110 meters long and 55 meters wide. Now that there are 5,000 more tons, it can be expanded a little more. Add 5,000 tons of materials. Calculating, you will build a medium-sized 5-story turtle ship with a length of 165 meters and a width of 80 meters. Warning, your ship has no power and needs to be propelled by magic. Skip warning. Hey, he has 4 thrusters on the back, which can be used to fly small spaceships. It's enough to push this 10,000-ton ship. Go straight to the 5th floor and take off. Being high also has the benefit of being high, being able to hit other people's boats from the top down. Others can only attack Wang Yi's ship from below. Currently, he can block attacks of level 5 and below, so turtle ship is very safe. Upgrade begins. Global report. Wang Yi of Yangguo district built the first 100-meter iron ship and was rewarded with a design drawing. Congratulations on becoming the first drifter in the world to build a 100-meter iron boat, and you will be rewarded with a legendary design drawing. World Channel. Matilda of Eurozone. Wait, I am obviously the first to build a 100-meter boat, why did I report it again? It turns out that there was a global briefing at 0 o'clock. It was Matilda who built the first 100-meter wooden boat. In fact, there are other people's global bulletins every day, but Wang Yi doesn't pay much attention to them. Naturally, he only cares about himself, and it is none of his business what other people reward him with. The world reports at least 100 times every day that other castaways have achieved such and such achievements. As for his own report, Wang Yi would look at his phone a few more times. Japanese district Hikawa Okasaka. This is an iron ship. Your boat is a wooden boat, so it's different. Park Jae-hee, Hangguo district. Come on, Axie. You all inform the world one by one, when will it be our turn in the great cold country? I glanced at the chat channel a few times and found that it was full of useless content. But among the hundreds of global reports, Wang Yi saw the adventures of other drifters. The one who discovered the mysterious island, the one who opened the treasure chest, and the one who sank the Pirate King. It's not just Wang Yi who is growing up, other castaways are also getting stronger. That's kind of awesome. Wang Yi saw one of the global notifications. Global news. Eurozone Glen formed the world's first group with more than 100,000 people, Black Flag, and was rewarded with a skill book. The more people you have, the more awesome you will be. With a sigh, Wang Yi put down his phone and began to look at the upgraded iron ship. The entire ship has expanded several times, and the space is much larger. The roof of the building is already suitable for farming, and the space is large enough. Hurry up and plant the magic seeds, and then continue on the road of defeating monsters and upgrading. Pick up your phone and search for Moonlight Soil. Snow Witch Shop, Warren Magic Shop. This Snow Witch shop seems to be quite high-end, it's a diamond shop. Seeing this, Wang Yi clicked in to take a look. Warm-hearted little seller. How much does this moonshine soil cost? Snow Witch. 10 gold coins per cubic meter. Warm-hearted little seller. I will buy 10 cubic meters to try. Snow Witch. Okay, I'll have someone ship it to you. The Snow Witch nonchalantly sent the goods to Wang Yi. She was flipping through a book in her hand, which was Full Moon Magic, written by Wang Yi. The Snow Witch said to herself, the person who wrote this book is really a genius. I really want to discuss magic with him. She doesn't know yet that the person who just bought her Moonlight Magic Soil is Wang Yi, who wrote Full Moon Magic. As a magic professor in the college, Snow Witch got this book as soon as possible, read it carefully, and was impressed by the Rubik's Cube formula written by Wang Yi. With such a talent, he should be invited to the Magic Academy as an honorary professor. It's a pity that Lana Kid actually refused to tell me who wrote it. The Snow Witch was a little angry, and she desperately wanted to find the author of the book. Of course, fate is so magical sometimes. Wang Yi was buying something from her store, but she didn't know that the person she was looking for was here. After buying the magic soil, Wang Yi couldn't wait to start farming. Suddenly, employer, there are thousands of ships at sea. The elf girl shouted, scaring Wang Yi. Thousands of ships, it's for him. Chapter 41. Just when Wang Yi thought that these thousands of ships and thousands of drifters were coming for him. After thinking about it calmly, I also installed a ghost ship accessory. No one from a kilometer away can see him. Everyone, please stay in your place. Don't get excited, I'm going to see what's going on. Let the elf girls hide behind the shooting port, while Wang Yi stands on the bow and looks forward. Thousands of ships gathered there and it was very lively. Just look at the red flags flying on their boats, with the word, happiness, written in white letters on the flags. What? Happiness organization. What a weird organization this is, it looks scary. Isn't it some kind of cult? Just when Wang Yi was wondering where these thousands of people came from. Suddenly, he saw a cursor. Your friend, Chen Yi Zhou. This cursor can be optionally turned off and on. When open, it can be seen from miles away. The prerequisite is to add friends. Like Wang Yi, he will definitely not open it. But the fireman Chen Yi Zhou turned on the friend cursor so that friends several kilometers away could see him. Seeing this scene, Wang Yi steered the boat over. When a big ship appeared in the dark night, it almost scared everyone. Firefighter Chen Yi Zhou shouted immediately. Everyone organize themselves. Let the old, weak, women and children run away first, the young people and I block the ship. Seeing this, Wang Yi on the bow shouted to them, it's me. Only then did Chen Yi Zhou realize that there was a person standing on the bow of the 5-story ship. Wang Yi took off his helmet, and Chen Yi Zhou came back to his senses. Wang Yi, the fireman waved his hands excitedly, it's Wang Yi, one of our own. Only then did the nervous young people put down their weapons. At the same time, they asked excitedly, is it that useless person, Wang Yi? Yes, I have his friend, this is Wang Yi himself. When they heard that Chen Yi Zhou also knew the famous Wang Yi, the people around him couldn't help showing expressions of admiration. President, you even know Wang Yi, you are awesome. I was watching the live broadcast. Wang Yi killed that Jack instantly with one move. It was so strong. Among thousands of people, all have heard of Wang Yi. There's no way, he's too good. The world's first live broadcast, the protagonist was originally Jack, but Wang Yi came on the scene in a rowing boat, robbed the treasure house and killed Jack. Useless person Wang Yi, this name is too loud. Useless people are unique. On the bow of the boat, Wang Yi looked down condescendingly. Brother firefighter, you are all flying the flag of happiness. What's going on? Chen Yi Zhou smiled awkwardly. Don't get me wrong, we are not some strange organization. Our full name is the Happy Community Committee. This is how the fireman introduced it. He lived in Xingfu community, and from the beginning he drifted with hundreds of neighbors to survive. Later, in order to allocate soul power to improve the level, a Happy Community Committee was formed. The elders are all property owners in the Happy Community, and their purpose is to help each other and take care of the elderly and children. The fireman had served in the military and was very prestigious in the community, so he was unanimously elected as the chairman of the committee. Over the course of a day, the organization Xingfu Community Committee took in thousands of people one after another. As a result, what was originally just a self-help group in the community expanded to an organization of more than 3,000 people. Now that we are flying the banner of happiness, there is no way to change the name. We can only continue to use the name of Happy Community Committee. Oh, do you guys stop here to rest? It's already 3 o'clock in the morning. Although most people become stronger through fighting, they no longer need rest. But I haven't slept for a few days, so it's good to take a rest. No, a sea monster appeared in front and we were forced back. Sea monster. Wang Yi perked up as soon as he heard this. What sea monster? The mutated tuna is very powerful. Our wooden boat cannot resist the attack of the tuna at all. Tuna. Others hear monsters. What Wang Yi heard was food. He swallowed. What, is it delicious? Huh, the fireman looked confused. Wang Yi quickly changed his mind. Oh no, isn't that mutant tuna powerful? The fireman smiled bitterly and said, you see we are repairing the ship now, and you will know how powerful those tuna are. I saw that all the boats of the Xingfu Community Committee were full of potholes. They are all holes poked by tuna. Hearing this, Wang Yi grinned, thanks. I'll go fishing right now. Don't. The fireman immediately waved his hand. We have an iron boat, and it was stabbed when we passed by it. The spearheads of those tuna fish are terrifying. The fireman pointed to their only 50-meter-long iron boat. This was made from the iron ingots that thousands of them worked hard to collect by fishing for supplies from the sea. Even this iron boat cannot withstand the tuna's spearhead. Thanks for the reminder, but I still have to go. Wang Yi cupped his fists and was about to say goodbye, but there was a strange voice. Isn't this Wang Yi? Are you very strong now? Following the direction of the sound, Wang Yi saw a tall and thin man. He narrowed his eyes and glanced at the other person, Senior Zhang Liwei. Wang Yi, long time no see. I advise you not to go there. Your iron boat can't stop the mutated tuna at all. Wang Yi didn't want to have too many entanglements with this acquaintance. There was a conflict with him when we were in college. He has forgotten about it, but the other party seems to hold a grudge. Farewell everyone. Ignoring the dissuasion of others, Wang Yi started the turtle boat and headed towards the dangerous sea. When the fireman saw this, he tried his best to dissuade him. Wang Yi, iron can't stop the impact of those tuna. Trust me. The fireman had good intentions. Zhang Liwei was gloating. This kid is just a stubborn donkey. If he goes to die, we are going to pick up his things. When Wang Yi's boat sailed towards the tuna waters, the mutated tuna wandering around immediately locked onto the turtle boat, which was more than 100 meters long. The more than 100-meter turtle ship is like a mobile town. As long as the ghost ship device is turned off, it is simply a large target. In the dark night, the moonlight shines on the ship, and you can see the turtle ship emitting silver-gray light from a distance. These mutated tuna have red eyes and rush towards them. Ding 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 ding. The heads of tuna spears kept hitting the turtle boats. Standing on the boat, Wang Yi heard dense crashes. It was like steel needles being shot over, and the whole ship made a clanging sound. Huo, this shock, this numbness, the whole ship shook. A few kilometers away, Chen Yizhou and the others watched all this in stunned silence. Wang Yi's boat can actually withstand the attack of the third-order tuna. Their mouths were open, looking shocked and confused. At this time, Zhang Liwei couldn't help but speculate. How thick is the iron used in his boat? How many meters thick? Can it block the attack of tuna? As everyone knows, Wang Yi uses special steel. The hardness is very high, and it is immune to all attacks below level 5. This is the steel used on interstellar battleships. How can these mutated tuna resist it? On the boat, Wang Yi sat comfortably on the sentry tower with his legs crossed. Girls, work. The elf girls immediately started shooting arrows at the tuna below. The entire turtle ship should be called a hedgehog ship. Green magic arrows were continuously sprayed out from all directions, like a swaying disco in the dark night. I don't know, I thought it was a party on the sea. However, after waiting for a long time, Wang Yi was puzzled. The elf girls didn't kill a single tuna. What happened? I saw this group of elves and girls shooting arrows in a mess without any coordination. And these tuna are extremely fast. They will quickly dive to the bottom of the sea and are not easy to kill. Killing them takes a lot of effort. Even if Wang Yi takes action himself and uses his magic to fight, those tuna will most likely run away. After all, diving into the sea is their territory. Even if Wang Yi is now at the 4th level of combat power, he is no match for these sea beasts when he sneaks into the sea. These sea beasts can maneuver quickly in the sea, but he can't. Combat prowess is not a measure of strength either. But the elf girls didn't gain anything for a long time, and Sophia beside them couldn't stand it. Employer, why don't we forget it? This fish is so hard to catch. Seeing this scene, Wang Yi shook his head repeatedly. Sure enough, child soldiers are unreliable and don't know how to cooperate. This may have something to do with the way elves fight. The elves are good at traveling through the woods, shooting arrows concealed in big trees, and moving between trees. To put it bluntly, it is guerrilla tactics. Take a shot and change the place. These elven archers are not regular troops, and they have no habit of cooperating with their teammates. And they haven't grown up yet. These little elf Lolita and little girls are all children who were sent for refuge and have no fighting ability at all. Wang Yi touched his chin, thinking deeply about what he must teach them. Everyone stopped shooting. The elves on the deck put down their bows and arrows and looked at Wang Yi with confused expressions. Wang Yi raised his hand. Follow my command. Shoot the arrow eastward. With Wang Yi on the sentry tower pointing, the elf girls collectively drew their bows and shot arrows. In the dark night, a gorgeous arrow rain composed of 120 magic arrows fell into the sea. With the wail of the tuna, success. Your follower killed the 3rd level mutated tuna. You have shared 292 points of soul power. You have shared 292 points of soul power. You have shared 292 points of soul power. Plus killing the pirate ships that passed by before. Combat strength, 105,323. Who killed 3 tuna in one shot. After killing these tuna, there should be tens of thousands of soul power. 122 people were divided, and each person only received 292 soul points. But you can kill them freely, there are enough. Very good, Sophia, you will command them. Wang Yi, the hands-off shopkeeper, taught them how to cooperate. After a collective rain of arrows, they planned to get down from the sentry tower. The elf girl was also curious. Employer, why don't you take action yourself? You can get tens of thousands of soul power by killing a tuna. Young, Wang Yi chuckled and shook his head. In such dangerous sea areas, use up all your combat power. You will know when you encounter danger. The combat power is limited. If you waste all your energy to fight these fast-moving tuna. So, once you encounter an elite monster or a sea monster later, you will have no choice but to wait for death. Before there is a way to restore magic power, Wang Yi must preserve his strength and deal with emergencies. You guys hunt slowly, there are thousands of tuna here, which is enough for us to hunt. Just let the elves help you hunt tuna and gradually increase your combat power. Wang Yi turned his attention to the moonlight soil and the magic seed that was planted. I don't know how long it will take to grow magic fruits and use them to make recovery potions. When Wang Yi accidentally glanced at the magic seed. Magic seeds. When they are in germination, you can fertilize them with bone meal to speed up their growth. Bone meal fertilization. Speed up growth. Wouldn't that mean having endless recovery potions? Don't let the skill be used casually. Wouldn't it be great? Can fertilizer be applied to speed growth? Where do you get bone meal? Oh yes. He immediately looked at his ring. I killed a little skeleton on Skull Island before and got a lot of bone meal. And he has the profession of a magical medicine man, wouldn't that be? Do it. Wang Yi immediately took out the bones and placed them on the tool table. Level 2 bones can be broken by the tool table and turned into bone powder. Pick up the hammer head and lift the hammer down with your hands. Snapped. Second level bones are decomposed successfully and turned into second level bone powder X5. One bone is 5 parts of bone meal. Picking up the bone meal, Wang Yi began to spread it. The passive skill of the divine medicine master is stimulated, divine power catalyzes, and all things grow. Sprinkle once. The magic seeds began to sprout. Sprinkle a second time. The magic seeds grew 30 to 40 centimeters. The third time, it turned into a 1-meter magic tree. The fourth time, the small tree became as tall as a person. After the 5th time of dusting, the magic tree blossomed and produced more than a dozen fruits. His skills as a magical medicine man are amazing. It can accelerate and catalyze the growth of all things, allowing this magic tree to bloom and bear fruit within 5 times of bone meal. Awesome! After taking a look, there were 12 fruits on the magic tree. Raise your hands firmly. Trigger the passive skill of the divine medicine master, Shen-Nong knows medicine. Magic fruit level 2, you can use level 3 fertilizer to improve quality. Magic fruits can be extracted and made into recovery potions through the pharmaceutical station. How to make a pharmacy. Wang Yi quickly opened the system and took a look. The pharmaceutical table requires X5 small iron ingots and X5 glass bottles. I lost it. At that time, we didn't get any sand on Skull Island. Without sand, we couldn't make glass bottles. Fortunately, I have Wanji Taobao, otherwise I really wouldn't be able to get the bottle. Just ask Coco for some sand. Heartwarming little seller. Coco, can you give me some sand? Coco, sand, I can give you a beach. The small seller helped her get back her father's inheritance, not to mention sand, she even gave away diamonds. Coco, how much will I send you? Warm-hearted little seller. Just give me 10 tons of sand, and then give me a ton of iron ingots and stones. Will my request be too much? Coco, okay, these worthless things, you can come to me anytime you want. Raising his hand, the space door opened. 10 tons of sand were spilled and Wang Yi used the space ring to suck it all in. This is a systematic synthesis and is simple. Stones X10 to synthesize a stone stove. Put the sand into the furnace to refine it and get the bottle. I have to say that this system is worry-free. As long as you put in the materials, you can synthesize things easily. The glass bottle is done. Place 5 bottles and 5 small iron ingots on the synthesis table. Take a hammer and hit it. These things merged quickly. The synthesis is successful, you have obtained the medicine refining table. Done. Just when Wang Yi was about to put the magic fruit into it. After picking up the fruit, he discovered something. Magic fruit. It can be converted into magic seeds. These fruits can be grown. Seeing this, Wang Yi thought deeply for a moment. Plant first. The current moonlight soil is enough to grow 10 magic trees. Convert 9 magic fruits into seeds and plant them in the moonlight soil. Spread bone meal again. Consume 9 bones and turn them into a pile of bone meal to start spreading. Everything grows. I saw the seeds in front of me begin to sprout, grow, and bear magic fruit. 10 magic trees, each tree produces 12 magic fruits. That's 120 pieces at a time. Excluding those turned into seeds, there are still 111 fruits. Wang Yi looked at the alchemy table next to him. Put in 10 magic fruits and a bottle of mineral water. Put wood below as fuel and start refining. Now his boat is made of special steel, and only some wooden boards are laid indoors for decoration. There is no need to worry about fire, as long as you find a place to make a fire safely. As the flames burned and cooked the magic fruit began to decompose in the water. Boiling water quickly turns purple. Through distillation, the water vapor surged into another large bottle and turned into a blue magic potion. This is a magical recovery potion obtained after purification and removal of impurities. Then use small bottles to pack 10 bottles. You get 10 bottles of second-level magic recovery potion. Second-level magic recovery potion. Effect: restore 2000 magic points. It can be purified twice to obtain a third-level magic recovery potion. There is no way, the recovery effect of the second-level fruit is indeed much worse. But if you directly purify it twice, you can get the third-level magic recovery potion, which is still acceptable. 10 second-level magic fruits are refined into a bottle of third-level magic recovery potion. Seeing this, Wang Yi immediately shouted, "Sophia, come here and help me refine the medicine." "Oh, This elf girl has completely obeyed Wang Yi, as if she were his elf maid. What do you call me? He built another alchemy table for secondary purification. Drinking one bottle can restore 20,000 yuan. Wang Yi was completely immersed in refining medicine. 1 bottle, 2 bottles, 3 bottles. I have a lot of bone meal in my hand, all of which I got from hunting in the Sea of Mist. On the other side, 120 elven archers have mastered the rhythm and know how to kill tuna with volleys. Wang Yi heard it when he was refining the medicine. You have shared 292 points of soul power. You have shared 292 points of soul power. You share. Cool. There are people working for him, and he is indeed getting stronger while sleeping. Just when he was immersed in his pharmaceutical business. Brother Wang Yi, we are surrounded. A little elf girl suddenly came to report the news. Wang Yi was nonchalant at first. What flag are you hanging? Brother Wang Yi, hang the black dragon flag opposite. Black dragon flag. Only then did he remember that he had just turned off the ghost ship accessories when he greeted Chen Yizhou and the others. His ship can be seen from far away. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's already dawn. His ship can be seen from far away. After all, a ship over 100 meters long is no joke. When Wang Yi recovered, he found that the other party had surrounded the iron ship. Don't panic. He wanted to see what the other party wanted to do. Everyone, what's wrong? Hiding behind the window, Wang Yi did not take the initiative to expose himself. I am afraid that the other party will suddenly shoot an arrow. At this time, his phone vibrated. Black Dragon Club Lin Gaofei. Brother, this is our fishing ground. Isn't it a bit too much for you to come here to fish? Mainly anti-customer. Let's talk about Wang Yi's fault first. Good guy. I call him good guy. Is there still an owner in this sea area? Wang Yi. Are there limits on the sea? Why didn't I see it? Black Dragon Club Lin Gaofei. Brother, are you really stupid or pretending to be stupid? Since the day of the catastrophe, we have been using this sea area, and other surrounding forces have also reached a tacit understanding. As long as our Black Dragon flag ship is active, it will be our fishing ground. Black Dragon Club Chen Kaisheng. When you enter our fishing ground, don't you say hello. In fact, it's easy to solve it. If you enter by mistake without knowing it, just pay a fine. How funny. Wang Yi was very angry with them. In a world where the whole world is submerged in oceans, boundaries are actually drawn at sea. There's no map here either. Wherever their ship goes, is their territory. Is it obvious that it was robbery? Wang Yi, what if I don't pay the toll? Black Dragon Club Lin Gaofei, don't blame us. I want to play. Wang Yi doesn't need it at all. He only needs to activate the 4 thrusters and drive over like a dump truck. But just when the two sides were about to explode. Everyone stop it. A shout broke the tense atmosphere between the two sides. An iron ship came over, and on the bow stood a big sister carrying a knife. She was full of gangster spirit and looked very bold. It's all a misunderstanding. Put your weapons down quickly. Following the royal sister's scolding, those people put down their bows, arrows and staffs. Along with the ups and downs of the waves, this domineering elder sister drove the boat to Wang Yi. With such a big ship, you must be the useless Wang Yi, right? Wang Yi, who was hiding behind the shooting port, stood up. It's me, that's right. A hearty laugh came from the big sister opposite. As soon as I heard the name Wang Yi, I knew it was you. Although there are many people with the same name as you, this ship should be unmistakable. There are tens of thousands of people named Wang Yi across the country. But you can recognize a person by looking at a boat. It's all a misunderstanding, brother Wang Yi. Su Ling requests to add friends. Wang Yi glanced at it but didn't answer. This eldest sister's name is Su Ling. Brother Wang Yi, there is a misunderstanding. Wang Yi squinted his eyes and looked at the other party. Misunderstanding. If I were not Wang Yi, would you have robbed me? It's a real misunderstanding. All my men are idiots and they didn't recognize it was you. Hearing this, is this elder sister Su Ling still a boss? Command these thousands of ships. This woman is not simple. Brother Wang Yi, Su Ling is here to apologize to you. We have surrounded this place mainly to hunt sea beasts, and outsiders are not allowed to enter. Hunting sea beasts. The system says that a sea snake will spawn today. Are these people chasing the sea snake? No wonder they surrounded this place with boats to avoid being robbed by outsiders. As the saying goes, don't hit someone with a smiling face. People have already bowed and apologized, so Wang Yi didn't bother much. Okay, I'll go fishing somewhere else and say goodbye. I don't want to have meaningless conflicts with others. If the other person is being polite, I'll just go to another place. Anyway, the ocean is so big that there is no shortage of fishing grounds for them. Who knew that the eldest sister would not let go? Brother Wang Yi, can you add me as a friend? Do you want to have a drink with me? I really like you, sister. Hiss. Seeing this domineering elder sister ogling him, for a moment, Wang Yi was really fascinated by her. To be honest, this sister is very good looking. He is 1.75 meters tall, has long legs, carries a big knife on his shoulder, and is wearing a suit of armor from the Tang dynasty. Judging from the quality, it should be a rare purple treasure. It's unbearable for such a big sister in armor to openly tease him. Others around him also showed jealous expressions. Lin Gaofei coughed dryly. Vice President. In public, please worry about your image. The corner of Su Ling's mouth turned up. Sister, I don't play tricks, he is my favorite. How about, Brother Wang Yi, add me as a friend to get to know each other? No problem. In front of Lin Gaofei, Wang Yi raised his phone and clicked to agree. Is Lin Gaofei very unhappy? No way. He, Wang Yi, likes to be friends with the vice president in front of him. It seems that Lin Gaofei likes this vice president very much. But my eldest sister only likes him, Wang Yi. Seeing his angry look, Wang Yi was happy. Lin Gaofei became anxious and pointed at Wang Yi, Vice President. This guy is just lucky. His strength is like a clown at best. At this time Wang Yi said, the clown. How about we have a fight? The outcome will be determined by life and death. He silently showed off his combat power and glanced at Lin Gaofei provocatively. At that moment, Lin Gaofei, who only had level 3 strength, said nothing and did not dare to make a sound. Su Ling glanced at it and snorted. Lin Gaofei, you coward, don't embarrass yourself here. Lin Gaofei was so frightened that he didn't dare to say a word when he directly asked if he wanted to fight in a duel. I thought he was some kind of tough guy, but he, Wang Yi, suddenly made him look like a coward. He has no interest in getting involved with people from the Black Dragon Society. It seems that there are more than just these people on the other side, there are also boats in other directions. He, Wang Yi, is not afraid of being surrounded by them. At this stage, no one can sink his ship. However, with the attitude of taking it easy, the vice president of the other party is so polite, it would be nice to get to know one more friend. What's more, the other party is also a beautiful vice president. Have a drink when you have time. I'll leave first, beautiful sister, and you guys can play. Seeing Wang Yi about to leave, Su Ling put down the sword on his shoulder and asked with a smile, Brother Wang Yi, do you want to join our Black Dragon Club? I'll think about it and take my leave. Su Ling winked at Wang Yi and secretly said, Sister, I'm waiting for you. The boat started to turn around, but the elf girl next to it became jealous. Employer, who is this woman? She has no shame. She is ogling you in the middle. On the bow of the boat, Wang Yi smiled mischievously and asked, Why, are you jealous when someone flirts with me? No. No way. The elf girl's face suddenly turned red, and her thoughts were easy to understand. Sophia became hesitant. I'm just worried that you will be deceived. That bad woman is not a good person at first glance. You know, I am worried that you will be deceived, understand? Her nervous look was funny. Wang Yi smiled and shook his head, not bothering to expose her. At this time, global notice. It is now 7 o'clock in the morning, and the gate to the Procellarum Ocean has been opened. All drifters who want to become stronger, please find the nearest teleportation port. Enter the stormy ocean and find the island with buried treasure. Tip: monsters in the ocean of storms are at least level 3, and even level 5 sea monsters appear randomly, which is extremely dangerous. There is also a 5th level sea monster appearing. But Wang Yi started to get excited. He picked up the phone. Heartwarming little seller. Coco, are you sure these special steels can withstand level 5 attacks? Coco. Of course. This has been confirmed by Wanji Taobao and has official certification. Heartwarming little seller. Then my life depends on your steel. Coco. As long as it is not level 6, it is absolutely impossible to penetrate your ship. I swear on my soul. This special steel was also officially confirmed and authenticated by Wang Yi Taobao. After checking his phone, Wang Yi confirmed that the ship could withstand a 5th level attack. So, it's absolutely fine to venture into the stormy ocean. But where is the portal to the Tempest Ocean? I am drifting aimlessly on the sea and it is difficult to find. But at this moment, Su Ling, brother Wang Yi, do you want to go to the storm ocean with your sister? The beautiful sister who just added him as a friend actually offered to go with him. Wang Yi, want to form a team with me? Su Ling, you are free to do as you like, but there are many of us and we have already found the portal to the storm ocean. If you want to come, sister will take you there. It would be better if you could form a team with me. Join our Black Dragon Club directly, right? Tisk tisk tisk, is this a honey trap to directly lure him into the club? Wang Yi, if I don't add it for now, do you think you won't tell me where the portal is? At this time, the other side of the phone. On the sea area where the Black Dragon Society operates. Sitting in the iron boat, Su Ling carelessly put her beautiful legs on the table. The female attendant next to her couldn't help complaining. Sister Su Ling, you keep trying to please him, but he is so cold to you. We can't be such a licker, sister. Su Ling chuckled. What do you know, little girl? It's interesting to chase a man like this. This domineering elder sister was looking at her phone and giggling. Thinking back to watching the live broadcast yesterday, Wang Yi killed Jack with one move. She was really handsome. She was really not interested in those men who kept wagging their tails in front of her to please her. It's not that Wang Yi is aloof, the more she likes him. That's self-abuse. Shake M. What she really fell in love with was when Wang Yi was able to handle himself in front of a group of foreigners yesterday. He was all alone, playing tricks on those foreigners. That courage, that plan, that courage. Under the eyes of so many foreigners, the golden pirate Gerda was robbed. She finished watching the live broadcast and was deeply impressed by Wang Yi. Lydia Su couldn't help but said to himself, if it was me and him yesterday, how exciting it would be. If she could go on an adventure with Wang Yi, she could really leave everything behind and go with him. It's a pity that Wang Yi will disappoint this big sister. He has too many secrets that cannot be known to the drifters. A plug-in system like Wang Yi Taobao must not be discovered. Su Ling, how about my sister and you form a separate team? Wang Yi, no, just one sentence, can you tell me where the portal is? Su Ling, you drive the boat back, and my sister will take you there. Putting down the phone, Su Ling walked out of the captain's room. Everyone, listen, Wang Yi is coming over later, and none of you are allowed to stop him. Lin Gaofei and Chen Kaisheng next to them were stunned. Vice President, daughter, you really attracted to that kid? Su Ling didn't hide anything, and said frankly, I've fallen in love with him. Do you have any dissatisfaction? Do you want to ask about my knife? Seeing the bright sword in Su Ling's hand, everyone shut up in amusement. These big men are no match for her. Lin Gaofei clenched his fists and whispered, has the vice president become Wang Yi's licking dog? Wang Yi has to say that it is really powerful when there are many people. When there are more of them, they are scattered over a wider area on the sea, making it easier to find the portal. After sailing for more than 10 nautical miles, we arrived in front of the portal. If Wang Yi were left to search alone in the vast sea, someone else would probably have caught him first. Su Ling's boat was following behind. She sent a message at this time. Su Ling, I have to gather with the team before setting off. Brother Wang Yi, you go first. Wang Yi, thank you. Watching Wang Yi's ship enter the huge portal, Su Ling was a little discouraged. He really doesn't plan to form a team with me. The entourage added some fuel to the fire. Sister Su Ling, this man is too ruthless. He doesn't even want to say a word to you. That's when, Su Ling, why did you let people in without my consent? A thick voice came from the mobile phone. The screen of the mobile phone displays President of the Black Dragon Association, Language Information. Dad, I freed him. If you want to punish him, I am willing to be punished. The president of the Black Dragon Society turns out to be her biological father, so it's no wonder that this eldest sister is so confident. The old president, who was in his 50s, was also made to lose his temper by this daughter. The old man also served in the Navy. After he was discharged from the army, he made a living by fishing in his hometown. In these troubled times, he stabilized his position within a few days, attacked decisively, and resisted the Japanese who came to snatch fish. His prestige is extremely high, and his subordinates are composed of tens of thousands of fishermen. Everyone is a boat owner, and they have become accustomed to the life of wandering on the sea earlier than others. The people of the Black Dragon Society are also more united and more obedient to this highly prestigious old man. In particular, the old man led them to compete with Japanese drifters for fishing grounds many times. The two sides started fighting whenever they disagreed, and the team of several hundred people grew to tens of thousands in just a few days. But the old man had nothing to do with his daughter. You wild girl. Lin Gaofei told me that you have a crush on that kid named Wang Yi. Su Ling picked up the phone very stubbornly and pressed the button to speak. Yes, I have fallen in love with him. What's wrong, Daddy? Are you going to hang your daughter's body in public, or what? The old man on the other end of the phone clenched his fists. Shut up. Don't talk nonsense in the group. I don't have time to deal with you now. Let's assemble the fleet and go to the Tempest Ocean together. After a small quarrel between father and daughter, the people of the Black Dragon Society were preparing to leave for the Ocean of Tempest. Wang Yi's ship has entered the stormy ocean. Open ghost ship accessories. Entering direct invisibility, people 1 kilometer away cannot see him. However, the moment he entered the storm ocean, Wang Yi was hit in the face by strong winds and waves. It is indeed a stormy ocean. The waves here are 10 meters high. If it were an ordinary small boat, it would be destroyed and people would be killed. Sea flowers slapped on his face, and a large amount of seawater spread on the deck, making the entire ship wet. Fortunately, the boat has a drainage system. The violent shaking made everyone unsteady. The elf girl on the boat swayed left and right. Sophia fell directly into Wang Yi's arms. She blushed. Employer, I didn't mean it. I know. Such terrifying sea conditions, is this the power of nature? This 10,000-ton ship was so swaying that it could not stand firmly. The storm is strong. In this case, let alone fighting, it is difficult to see the island clearly. He also quickly took back the space ring together with the 10 magic trees he planted. To prevent these trees from being damaged, Wang Yi hurriedly took the girls to hide on the second floor. The elf girls in front of him all looked like drowned rats. Hiss. Watching the elf girls being soaked by the seawater is really eye-catching. After a while, everyone got used to the constant rocking of the boat. Before Wang Yi could take a breath, regional report. Park Jae-hee of Hangguo District discovered the Terracotta Warriors Island. Someone discovered the island so quickly. Or is it too late? But what everyone didn't expect was White Tiger Park Jae-hee, everyone. Below is the president of the White Tiger Group, a self-rescue guild from the cold country. I would like to invite everyone to land on the island together, and a signal flare has been launched. What, is Park Jae-hee from the White Tigers so kind? Actually gave out the location of the island and told others to go there. Wang Yi squinted his eyes. This kid is either innocent and cute, or he is bad. Obviously, this Park Jae-hee is the latter. He would certainly not be so kind as to tell others about the island. Wang Yi wanted to go see what was going on over there. Looking up, I saw signal flares rising to the north, and other ships around were braving the storm and heading that way. His eyes turned to Park Jae-hee. He looked at the Terracotta Warriors Island in front of him with a sinister look on his face. After the flares have been sent, we can leave and let those people die. The boy next to him grinned. Those idiots will definitely rush in impatiently, and there will be big treasures waiting for them then. When they attract that thing away, that's when we get to the island. The White Tigers all laughed strangely, hoping to see other drifters die while they waited to reap the benefits. As expected, nearby channel, Japanese district Hikawa Okasaka. Park Jae-hee, you fool, there is a fifth-order giant octopus near Terracotta Warriors Island. Matilda of Eurozone. So wicked. We lost a few ships before discovering that there were at least 10 fifth-level giant octopuses inside. Lu Sang from Yangguo District. 10 fifth-level giant octopuses. How to get into this island? Zhao Dezu from Yangguo District. Look. Wang Yi rushed in. At this time, everyone discovered that a 100-meter iron ship was rushing towards the island. Park Jae-hee of the Hangwo District White Tigers, is he mentally ill? Dare you rush in? Around the Terracotta Warriors Island, there is actually a 5th-level giant octopus. The most important thing is that under the eyes of tens of thousands of people, Wang Yi's ship dared to break into this sea area. When everyone saw that Wang Yi was so brave, knowing that there is a cauldron in the mountain, he preferred to go to Busan. Well, why is it a trip to Busan and not a trip to Hushan? Zombies are somewhat more powerful than tigers. Everyone knows that there are 5th-level giant octopuses down there, and the number is unknown. It is said that there are 10 heads, but no one knows how many there are. But Wang Yi rushed in so boldly that everyone was stunned. However, he saw the seawater boiling, and large tentacles emerged from the seawater, instantly surrounding Wang Yi's iron boat. The entire turtle ship was entangled by at least 3 giant octopuses. The boat has 3 heads, front, middle and back. Seeing this scene, everyone took a deep breath. This is dead, completely finished. If entangled by 3 large 5th-level octopuses, the ship will sink. Park Zaishi rubbed his hands with a smile. Wang Yi rushed in right now. Unexpectedly, I caught a big fish. He is dead, ha ha ha. When he thought that someone as famous as Wang Yi was directly killed by him, Park Jae-hee laughed in his heart. The other side, the main ships of the Black Dragon Society also came closer. Su Qi, the old man of the Black Dragon Club, took a look at the scene in front of him. Tens of thousands of people were watching Wang Yi being surrounded by 3 big octopuses. Su Ling, who was standing next to Su Qi, widened his eyes. Dad, that's Wang Yi's ship. Why, can you save him? The old man sighed. This young man's behavior is too impulsive. He went in without even looking at him. We can't save him either. Unexpectedly, Su Ling looked dissatisfied. I don't believe it. With Wang Yi's mind, he will put himself to death. Just watch, he will definitely escape. Lin Gaofei and Chen Kaisheng, who were around, covered their mouths and snickered. Vice President, are you still bragging now? You made Wang Yi so awesome. Look, he committed suicide and was entangled by 3 big octopuses. Seeing these 2 people gloating about their misfortune, Su Ling glared angrily. Let's make a bet. If Wang Yi can come out alive, you will kneel down and kowtow to him. Kowtow to Wang Yi. Lin Gaofei and Chen Kaisheng looked at each other. Okay. He will definitely not be able to come out alive anyway. Just when the 2 concluded that Wang Yi would not survive, Wang Yi in the distance was sending messages in the chat channel. Wang Yi from Yangguo District. This octopus meat is quite delicious. Do you want to try it? After hearing this, the laughter of those who were laughing at Wang Yi's recklessness suddenly stopped. I saw Wang Yi posted a video in which octopus meat was grilled on a stove. Just watch Wang Yi take the Lengyu Miao knife and cut off the flesh of the 5th-order giant octopus bit by bit. Not to mention, when the tentacle meat is roasted on the fire, it becomes snow white and extremely delicious. At this time, Wang Yi and the elf girls were hiding on the 2nd floor. The upper level occupies the tentacles of the giant octopus. Fortunately, Wang Yi had taken back all the magic trees he planted before, otherwise they would have been destroyed by these tentacles. The entire ship was pulled by 3 large 5th-level octopuses and kept shaking. But Wang Yi didn't panic at all. The octopus tried to tie up the entire ship and crush Wang Yi's iron ship. But with all their strength, the turtle ship remained motionless and was not flattened at all. Now it is indeed confirmed that attacks at level 5 and below are completely ineffective against special steel. And why did Wang Yi rush in? He had a bold idea to kill a 5th-level octopus. The soul power of a 5th-level octopus has a 5th-level combat power between 1 million and 10 million. If he could kill a 5th-level octopus, wouldn't he be able to get at least hundreds of thousands of combat power? Then just take off on the spot. However, Wang Yi soon realized that he was a little naive. The big octopus's body was under the sea. He used the Lengyu Miao knife to cut the octopus flesh, which did not cause much harm to the 5th-level big octopus. Big octopuses are also very annoying. Their attack method is very simple, which is brute force. These 5th-level giant octopuses have no magic. They rely on brute force to squeeze ships to hunt humans. Of course, if a person falls into the sea, even if the person has level 5 strength, he will be instantly killed by the big octopus. The sea is their territory. Fortunately, Wang Yi can hide comfortably in the hull. The big octopus also tried to attack Wang Yi with its tentacles, but unfortunately, the door is too small, and the tentacles of the giant octopus cannot squeeze through the second floor. Wang Yi grinned and muttered some words that the elf girl couldn't understand. A big body is weak, but a hairy body is weak to fire. This is the eternal truth of monsters. Aha! Through Carmen, he could stand at a safe distance. Wang Yi picked up the Lengyu Miao Dao and took a deep breath. Frost fighting chi. Ice slash. The tentacles of the giant octopus are very soft and can be chopped off with one blow. It seems that these beasts have no fighting power, but they only have brute strength. The elf girl next to her couldn't help but ask, "Employer, what are you doing?" To make money, it's rare to be able to cut it safely, so cut a few more tentacles and sell them. Just look at Wang Yi standing at the window obscenely, using the window to attack, and every time he can cut off a section of tentacles. You have obtained the tentacles of the 5th level giant octopus. You have obtained the tentacles of the 5th level giant octopus. Aha, cool. The meat of a 5th level giant octopus will definitely sell for a high price. Even if you can't kill the big octopus in the sea, you can still make money by cutting off some of its tentacles and selling them. After cutting off 15 tentacles in a row, these 3 giant octopuses finally realized something was wrong. Finally let go of the turtle ship and dived into the seabed. If someone understands the language of octopuses, they will probably hear these octopuses swearing, quite dirty. The 3 giant octopuses completely gave up attacking the turtle ship. They seemed to understand that there was no way Wang Yi could sink the ship, so they gave up. Seeing the big octopus leave, Wang Yi sighed. It's a pity, I still want to chop off a few more tentacles. He just cut a piece of the big octopus and grilled it. He took a bite and it was really delicious. I don't know how to describe it, it's really much more fragrant than the octopus meat we usually eat. The meat is chewy, with a particularly magical texture and a rich aroma. Excellent seafood. Everyone looked at it dumbfounded. Those octopuses can't destroy Wang Yi's boat. The 5th level octopus can't destroy the iron ship. All of a sudden, everyone was eager to rush over. Wang Yi on the boat took a look at the bottom of the sea. This 5th level giant octopus is too difficult to kill. Unless it can be hit into the sea water with one blow, it will be really difficult to deal with. It's okay to cut meat by hiding behind the door, but if you really have to face a 5th level giant octopus, it can wrap Wang Yi to death with one tentacle. He is not stupid either. The thought of killing level 5 is very nice, but unfortunately it is not practical. Let's go see the treasures on the island. The boat stopped near Terracotta Warriors Island, and Wang Yi looked around. Shallow seas are safer, and the giant octopus is so big that it can't hide near the beach. Sophia, you are on guard on the ship. I will go to the island to take a look. Well, employer, be careful, I'll cover you with my bow. Sophia took the bow and stood on the boat to observe the surroundings for Wang Yi. With his feet on the ground, Wang Yi looked at everything on the island. As long as there is a situation, he will use phantom footwork to escape as soon as possible. Holding the staff in his left hand and the Lengyu Miao knife in his right hand, he looked around cautiously. When Wang Yi stepped forward, boom, 200 terracotta warriors suddenly appeared on the ground. Wang Yi was so frightened that he raised his weapons and prepared to run away. Storm Ocean Regional Report. Wang Yi successfully solved the puzzle, entered the Terracotta Warriors Island, and successfully obtained the treasure. Solve the puzzle. Everyone was stunned for a moment. It turns out that you need to solve a puzzle to enter the island. But Wang Yi just walked over and broke it with brute force. Wang Yi, who was standing on the island, was stunned for a moment. That's right. It stands to reason that this 5th level giant octopus can be killed instantly. How could the system let the drifters come up? It turns out that if you want to get to the island, you have to solve the puzzle, but he used brute force to solve it. As for what the puzzle is, Wang Yi no longer cares. He hid it completely by mistake and relied on special steel to withstand the attack of the 5th level giant octopus. Terracotta Warriors Soldiers. Level 4. Combat Strength 200,000. Cannot be upgraded. It will be taken back after damage and can be restored after 24 hours. Oh, Cannon Fodder Soldier. But the combat power is very strong. All of them have a combat power of 200,000. The only drawback is that it cannot be upgraded. But after it is damaged, it can be recovered and repaired automatically. At this stage, it is indeed a good reward for Wang Yi. Come on. With 200 terracotta warriors with level 4 combat power, he can compete with the drifters from other countries or guilds. He raised his hand and put all 200 terracotta soldiers into the space ring. After Wang Yi solved the mystery of the island, the fifth-order giant octopus wandering around also left one after another. Terracotta Warriors Island will sink in 10 minutes, please leave the island as soon as possible. The reward for this island is 200 terracotta soldiers, which is pretty good. It seems there are other islands in the ocean of storms waiting to be deciphered. Everyone didn't want to stay any longer and left one after another. Everyone wants to find the next island quickly. Back on the boat, Wang Yi was about to continue sailing. But I found that Taobao in all worlds was full of information. Warm-hearted buyer group. Old Master Longhushan, what are you doing? My friend, I haven't eaten snowflake fish for several days. Lord of the Polar Regions, are you still doing business in this store? Need fish urgently. At this time in another world, the Polar Lord was very anxious. Just yesterday, the Snow Queen came to inspect his territory. He offered the Queen the fish and meat given by Wang Yi. Polar Lord, Big Brother, reply to my message. It's going to cost someone's life. Polar Lord, Brother, can you reply to my message today? Boss, are you still doing business? Help. Just when the Polar Lord was anxiously waiting for Wang Yi's reply. Heartwarming little seller. What's up, old polar guy? Polar Lord, thank God, Bear God bless you. You finally replied to the message. Heartwarming little seller. I am busy exploring now, what can I do? Polar Lord, urgent. After the Queen ate the fish, she asked me to offer more. I'm so anxious to buy it from you. If the Queen gets angry and takes back my territory. The Polar Lord was sweating profusely. The Queen of their country was famously ruthless and cold-blooded. If he offends the Queen, she won't do anything to him because of a fish. But if he doesn't look up and looks down, the Queen's impression of him will definitely be greatly reduced. Heartwarming little seller, so what? I haven't fished for shark meat recently. Polar Lord, you. At this time, the Polar Lord's face was ashen. The Queen had designated that he should eat this fish, and I hoped that he could offer more. It's okay now, the small sellers won't sell anymore. Heartwarming little seller. But here I am with a batch of tuna meat, which is even more delicious. The Polar Lord who originally fell into hell suddenly returned to heaven. Polar Lord, I buy it. Wang Yi returned to the boat and looked at his phone. The Polar Lord wanted to buy fish and meat, and he happened to sell his inventory. I had the elf girls shoot arrows to kill fish before, and they also caught a lot of tuna along the way. They used their hooks and claws to scoop up all the fish meat. The hook provided by the system is very convenient. If you throw it out, it will automatically fish out anything that can be fished out of the sea. Raise your right hand to call up the screen of the space ring. Miscellaneous equipment, materials, food, consumables. Using bone powder to induce growth, 50 bottles of third-level recovery potions were refined. It's just that this recovery potion can only be regenerated with bone powder when there is a moon. Magic seems to be related to the moon. Magic fruit can only be produced at night, and it cannot be planted during the day. After taking a look at the 50 bottles of third-level recovery potions, this is a guarantee of safety. Look at the food again. Food, elf bread, 8,300 pieces mutated tuna meat, 1,500 pieces mineral water, 645 bottles level 5 octopus tentacles, 15 shark king meat, 4 pieces. The elf girls brought the bread and put it in Wang Yi's ring to keep it fresh. The tuna meat and mineral water are also caught by the elf girls. Another advantage of space rings is that they stay fresh. As long as you put things inside, they won't break, and they are much more advanced than manufactured wooden space storage boxes. Tuna is huge and you can get 10 pieces of meat for each kill. Calculated this way, 1,500 pieces of tuna meat is equivalent to killing 150 third-level mutant tuna. On average, the experience of each mutated tuna is equally divided between Wang Yi and 121 elf girls. Each person has an average increase in combat power of 45,000. While hunting tuna along the way, He was so focused on refining medicine that he didn't even notice that his combat power had increased to 153,000. It's equivalent to hanging up and having girl for free. Previously, 5 kilograms of shark meat sold for 10 silver coins. This tuna meat weighs 10 pounds apiece, so it has to be more expensive, right? After all, it is third-level fish meat. But I'm still exploring now, so I'll give the Polar Lord the fish meat to try first, and don't rush to sell it. Heartwarming little seller. If you are the first to try it, I will sell it to you cheaply. 1 gold coin per piece, the price will increase later. Polar Lord. The one recommended by the small seller is definitely the best. 10 bucks first. Heartwarming little seller. You really know how to buy. Polar Lord. He, it's so cheap to try it. If you don't buy more, you'll be at a disadvantage if the price goes up later. Heartwarming little seller. Okay, I've shipped it to you. These 10 pieces of tuna meat are equivalent to selling you at a low price. You have to promote it to me later. Polar Lord. Don't worry. 10 pieces of tuna meat, Wang Yi delivers directly. He is so busy that he hasn't tried tuna meat yet. He will wait until the adventure is over to check it out. This 10 yuan is just a test of the waters. Another world. In a castle on the border of Snow Country. The territory of the Polar Lord, inside the Blizzard Castle. Thank God, it's finally here. The Polar Lord immediately looked at his entourage. The queen is inspecting the border, please quickly ask the chef to make all these dishes. Everyone started to work. Her Majesty the Queen is inspecting the border, no one dares to be careless. The Snow Queen is a fierce one. A woman can rule the vast ice and snow capital. The entire snowy land on the continent was brought into her sphere of influence. The Queen even shouted a domineering slogan. Any place where snow falls is the territory of the Northern Kingdom. If she is unhappy, the Polar Lord will never get around again. He was very careful when serving this queen. The queen ate fish last night and said it was delicious. Now he was racking his brains to prepare a sumptuous lunch for Her Majesty. Her Majesty the Queen is back. Someone shouted, which made the Polar Lord tremble. I hope the fish meat provided by the small seller can be strong. If it makes the queen unhappy. I saw the castle gate open, and the strong wind and blizzard outside blew into the castle. The first thing that catches the eye is a terrifying polar bear. Polar bears are huge, as tall as a 6-story building. And sitting on top of the giant polar bear is a woman. The silver-haired queen holds a scepter, wears a blue robe and an ice crystal crown. With every step the polar bear takes, boom, boom. Every step this giant polar bear takes is like stepping on everyone's heart. This is the queen's mount, the polar bear. It is the mount given to the queen by the bear god. The queen raised her feet, and layers of ice crystal steps formed on the soles of her feet. She stepped off the giant bear gracefully and calmly, and her entourage surrounded her like stars in a moon. The Polar Lord shivered like a good student. Your Majesty has prepared lunch for you. The queen replied coldly and strode into the restaurant. In the European-style hall, there is a long table. The queen sat in the main seat, and the Polar Lord sat obediently on one side. In front of you are feasts made of tuna meat. The polar regions are cold but rich in minerals and wood, but there is not much food. Basically, the Polar Lords sell minerals and wood in exchange for treasures from all realms. The queen cut off a piece of fish fillet with a knife and fork and took a bite casually. For a moment, the queen suddenly slammed the table angrily. Lord of Blizzard City, you are so brave. Snapped. This slap on the table scared the Polar Lord to death. Little seller, your fish has done me a lot of harm. The queen's expression was extremely ugly, and the Polar Lord was so frightened that he immediately knelt on the ground and did not dare to say a word. Queen, calm down. Your Majesty, calm down. Your subordinates will drag the chef out and behead him. The Polar Lord shouted. Come here, give me the chef. The Snow Queen patted the table at this time. Wait a minute. I didn't mean that. That is. The Polar Lord was confused. You have such delicious fish, why do you never offer it to me? Facing the Ice Queen's accountability, the Polar Lord breathed a sigh of relief. It turns out to be so delicious. He quickly explained. Your Majesty the Queen, this is the fish meat I bought from Wanji Taobao, not the fish caught in the Frost Lake. The Queen squinted her eyes. You are lying. Where can Taobao sell this kind of fish? As a queen, she has very high requirements for her food. She also has Wanji Taobao, and her giant bear likes to eat fish the most. The belief in the ice and snow kingdom is the bear god. The bear god loves to eat fish, and she will also buy the best fish to sacrifice to the bear god. What store hasn't she visited? Want to lie to her? The Polar Lord quickly explained. Your Majesty the Queen, I recommend this store to you, you can take a look. The Snow Queen took a look. Warm-hearted little grocery store. Samsung, are you fooling me? How can a 3-star shop sell such delicious fish? Your Majesty, this boss is very strange. He catches all the fish freshly. He sometimes disappears for a day without doing any business. Upon hearing this, Her Majesty became curious about the small seller. The Polar Lord continued. And he once bought 3 sets of combat skills from me, which directly synthesize the frost fighting spirit. He also helped me upgrade and strengthen this frost sword. After listening to Wang Yi's story, while eating the fish steak, the Snow Queen muttered, "Give me his shop." Okay, Your Majesty, the Polar Lord will recommend Warm-Hearted Little Seller Grocery Store to you. The Polar Lord invites the Snow Queen to join the heartwarming chat group. Ice and Snow Queen. At Warm-Hearted Little Seller, I want to buy 10 tons of tuna meat to sacrifice to the bear god. Heartwarming Little Seller. Temporarily unavailable. Snow Queen. You. What's your attitude? Heartwarming Little Seller. I'm not free right now. Dear, we don't sell tuna meat in our store yet. Long Hushan Lao Dao. What is tuna meat? Good guy. Small seller, you have new goods, but you don't want to sell them to us. Witch Lana. Huh, tuna sounds delicious. Heartwarming Little Seller. Dear bosses, I have been really busy recently. It's not that I don't want to make money, it's that I haven't caught any seafood. When I get the goods, I will send them to you. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain. Little friend. What kind of relationship do we have? Send me some quickly so that I can quench my thirst. Witch Lana. What are you busy with? I haven't seen you in the last day. Heartwarming Little Seller. I am fishing for treasures in the sea. Let's chat when we have time, fellow bosses. At this time, the Snow Queen was a little unhappy. She felt ignored. Chat privately. Snow Queen. Let me set a price. 10 tons of tuna meat is a big order for you, right? At this time in the storm ocean, Wang Yi also wants to make this money. But he really didn't have time to fish, and tuna was relatively difficult to kill. Warm-hearted Little Seller. This batch of tuna is for trial use. Did you get it from the Polar Lord? Snow Queen. I urgently need a batch of fish meat for the sacrificial ceremony, 10 tons. Heartwarming Little Seller. I don't have that much, it's only 1,490 yuan now. If you want it, make a price. A piece of fish weighs 10 kilograms, which is now only 14,900 kilograms. 1 ton is 1,000 kilograms, and 1 kilogram is equal to 2 pounds. These 1,490 pieces of meat are equivalent to 7.45 tons. A little short of 10 tons. Snow Queen. Must be an integer, this is used to worship the bear god. Is this Snow Queen in a hurry? Heartwarming Little Seller. Dear, I can get it right away just because you said you wanted it. Do you know the wild thing? Snow Queen. Well, I have a 4th level legendary magic here, Ice and Snow Storm. If you can get me these 10 tons of fish in one day, this magic book will be used as fish money. Tier 4 legendary skill book. No matter how you look at it, you're making money. The 4th level skills are available on Wanji Taobao, starting from 5,000. What's more, this skill book is legendary, and it's more than this price. Wang Yi was moved. 10 tons is 2,000 pieces of fish meat, and he can get it by killing dozens of tuna. Within today, Wang Yi checked the time. It's noon now, there's still a chance. Heartwarming Little Seller. Okay. I'll think of a way. Snow Queen. Waiting for your news. Putting down the phone, Wang Yi was already a little distracted. He thought about finishing exploring the Tempest Ocean quickly and going out to fish to make money. Suddenly, an island in front caught Wang Yi's attention. Water tornado. That island is on top of a waterspout. Employer, there is another island ahead. And there are many people. Many castaways gathered around the island, but did not dare to go forward. The island was held high by waterspouts and was inaccessible. The strong current can sweep all approaching ships into the deep sea. Another puzzle island. At this time, Su Ling and others from the nearby Black Dragon Society found clues to the island's puzzle. Look, everyone, this island prompts the use of ice. If we use ice to freeze the water, we can solve the puzzle. Chapter 51. There are a lot of islands in this ocean of storms, most of which require solving puzzles to enter. Next to the waterspout island in front of you, there is a glowing font prompting ice. Wang Yi drove up on the boat and found that a large number of people had gathered here. Just listen to a female voice shouting, "Is there a magician who knows ice? Freeze this waterspout with ice, and we can get the treasure. If we get the treasure on this island, we can share it equally." Hearing this, everyone stood on the bow. "I'll join, I can use ice magic." "I'll join in too." Among these thousands of people, less than 50 people know ice magic. At this time, Su Ling discovered Wang Yi's ship, and she hurriedly waved. "Wang Yi, I remember that you also know how to use ice spells, right? Join us to crack the island, and we will all share the benefits equally." Standing at the bow of the boat, Wang Yi touched his chin and was not in a hurry to reply. Su Ling was a little discouraged when he saw this. "Wang Yi ignored me." The female attendant sighed. "Vice President, please don't stick to someone's cold butt. He just doesn't want to pay attention to anyone. It's not that Wang Yi is aloof, but he is doubting. Can this waterspout be frozen with just the ice magic of less than 50 people?" Moreover, there were other ships wandering nearby, watching eagerly. Park Jae-hee, a native of the Han Kingdom, is flying the White Tiger flag, and his fleet is nearby. Want to reap the benefits? I have to say that this system is really insidious. It requires people to solve the puzzle, and it also needs to prevent other drifters from snatching it. This is much more difficult than setting up a bunch of monsters. There are monsters everywhere on Skull Island in the Sea of Mist. Monsters can help hold other castaways. There are almost no monsters in the Ocean of Storms. Everyone can sail freely, just like hanging out in their own living room. Thinking of this, he wanted to preserve his strength and wait for the opportunity. And what about the people from the Black Dragon Society? Laying mines. Su Ling waved his hand. "Deploy mines, don't let those Han people get the benefits." The people of the Black Dragon Society began to throw mines into the seawater, so as to avoid sneak attacks by some people. Those who cooperate with the Black Dragon Society are protected inside by mines. After arranging all this, Park Jae-hee frowned while watching the show from a distance. These Yangguo girls, they actually placed mines all around, and they actually got gunpowder. Unexpectedly, the people of the Black Dragon Society already possess gunpowder technology and can actually create mines for defense. If a wooden boat were to sail past, it would definitely be blown up and sunk. The boy next to him quickly asked, "Boss, why don't we change places?" "Forget it, let's change places." Park Jae-hee raised his hand and motioned for the people under his hands to evacuate. On the other side, the Black Dragon Society begins to solve the puzzle. Under the leadership of Su Ling, the ice mage began to throw ice magic at the waterspout. Freezing magic causes the sea to freeze. However, those ice magics are like small pebbles. Throw it into a waterspout and it will be crushed into ice slag in minutes. There is no way to freeze this waterspout. Nearly 53rd level mages threw freezing skills, but it was of no avail in the face of nature's waterspout. There are more and more people around, all watching. Su Ling was anxious. Is there any ice mage left? Join us and take over this island together. A ship floated in the distance, and a loud voice sounded. I am Chen Yizhou, the chairman of the Xingfu Community Committee. How about our cooperation? Okay, form an alliance directly. The two sides signed a team formation agreement in the air, and the Black Dragon Club people pushed aside the mines and let Chen Yizhou and the others in. 95 ice mages cast spells at the same time. The ice froze the rapidly rotating water, and it worked. Just when everyone was excited and thought they had solved the mystery. Click, the frozen waterspout burst again. Even if Chen Yizhou brought dozens of mages from the Xingfu Community Committee, a total of 95 people, he still couldn't freeze the waterspout and solve the puzzle of the island. No, Miss Su, there are so many of us who can't freeze this place. Chen Yizhou looked helplessly at the waterspout in front of him. This is meat in your mouth, and you clearly know how to solve the island puzzle. You obviously know how to get up there. But because there were not enough people, it was impossible to freeze the waterspout. If you rush into a waterspout forcefully, you will be caught in it and unable to get out, and you will be trapped alive inside. Did you see the bodies inside the waterspout? Those were the people who had entered rashly before and were trapped inside. Everyone thought it was when the magic power was not enough. Wang Yi suddenly said, "Get out of the way, I will crack it." As soon as these words came out, everyone looked at Wang Yi's boat. He can. How can it be? Even if Wang Yi is level 4. Can the ice magic he releases alone freeze the entire waterspout? Chen Yizhou looked surprised. Brother Wang Yi, can you freeze such a big waterspout by yourself? I don't believe it either. Su Ling, who had always admired Wang Yi, now felt that Wang Yi could not succeed. I saw him putting down a small boat and rowing to the front of the waterspout. Actually, this waterspout is easy to crack, that's all it takes. Just watch Wang Yi jump into the water and condense the frost-fighting energy under his feet. The soles of my feet are freezing. Then Wang Yi was caught in the waterspout. As long as the ice forms on the soles of your feet, you can go up with the current. It's not frozen at all. In full view of everyone, he easily stepped on the ice and rotated along the current to land on the island. Storm Ocean Regional Report. Wang Yi cracked Waterspout Island and won the second treasure house. This, everyone who saw Wang Yi stepping on the ice could only say. He knows how to do it, very well. You solved the puzzle of Waterspout Island and obtained +5 strengthening crystals. Strengthening crystal. Can strengthen legendary and epic weapons. Level 5 strengthening crystal. Wang Yi felt happy all of a sudden. As he successfully solved the puzzle, the waterspout on the island slowly disappeared. As the island descended, Wang Yi jumped back on his ship. He immediately picked up the crystal and strengthened his Miao Dao. Strengthened Leng Yu Miao Knife. Consumption of +5 strengthening crystals. Leng Yu Miao Dao +5 success. Leng Yu Miao Dao +5. Frost damage increased by 300%. Frost skill casting speed increased by 300%. That's cool. The gap between epic level and legendary level is too big. Each time the legendary level is strengthened by 1 level, only a 25% attribute bonus will be added. Each level of epic level enhancement is directly increased by 50%. Holding the Leng Yu Miao Dao in his hand, Wang Yi couldn't put it down. People outside looked at Wang Yi with envy as he solved the island puzzle again. He doesn't know what good treasure he got. This guy is really smart. Su Ling couldn't help but sigh. Wang Yi could actually imagine that the soles of his feet were frozen and he could go up the waterspout so safely. The system prompts ice and everyone mistakenly thinks that the waterspout is frozen. This guy really understands it. Chen Yizhou was also full of admiration. We people have been working there for a long time, but he cracked it in no time. I just finished solving the puzzle of this island. Storm Ocean Report. Hikawa Okasaka cracked the psychedelic island and won the 3rd treasure house. Storm Ocean News. Matilda cracked Fire Island and won the 4th treasure house. Announcement from the Ocean of Storms. New news keeps coming. Everyone is scrambling for the treasure trove in this stormy ocean. This is a large-scale multiplayer treasure hunt dungeon. Everyone is rushing to solve the puzzle island in this stormy ocean. Another message came from the Black Dragon Society. Internal group of Black Dragon Club high-level officials. Lin Gaofei, Vice President, we have discovered another island. Come and solve the puzzle. Recover the mines. Let's go to the next island. After safely recovering the mines placed in the water on the ship, everyone started sailing to the next island. Wang Yi also shamelessly went with them. Who would have thought that Lydia Su was a little unhappy this time? Brother Wang Yi, you don't join our Black Dragon Club, and you like to follow us. What do you mean? Wang Yi on the boat grinned wickedly. Hey, look at what you said, sister. Aren't I thinking about it? I'll tell you when I think about whether to join. Wang Yi, you are acting like a rogue. Don't rely on your sister to like you, so you can be unscrupulous. Su Ling's rare moment of toughness made the followers around him happy. Now the vice president finally knows how to say no to this Wang Yi. You can't spoil him. However, Wang Yi said something. Good sister, shouldn't I follow you? If you can't crack it, let me crack it. Don't let the good news go to outsiders. Hearing this, Su Ling raised his eyebrows. who is not an outsider like you. You are shameless. Sister Su Ling, there are not so many foreigners here. Let's go together and have someone take care of us. Wang Yi smiled mischievously. He's not stupid. In the ocean of storms, if he were to find the island by himself, he would probably be robbed. With tens of thousands of people following the Black Dragon Society, they are well informed. Lydia Su was very angry, but couldn't do anything. She will definitely not take action against Wang Yi. After all, they are all Chinese. There are many foreigners around, and if they want to fight, they must join forces to fight against them. And Wang Yi also said that if they can't crack it, he will take action again. She had to sigh that Wang Yi was very smart. In this stormy ocean full of drifters, it would be much safer to follow them. If you go alone in a boat, you will easily be spotted by others and boarded and robbed. A fleet of ships passed by in a mighty manner, and those who wanted to rob had to weigh their own strength. The key point is that Wang Yi always acts like a good sister and acts like Sister Su Ling, which makes her very confused. This brat is so good at teasing. It's impossible to take action against Wang Yi, and he can't drive him away. This guy is so shameless that he can't help it. Let's go together. I've convinced you, that happy community committee, let's go together too, there are more people to look after. Su Ling could only compromise and simply call Chen Yizhou. A group of people set off in a mighty manner, avoiding all the boats they encountered along the way. On the turtle ship, the elf girl couldn't help but raise her middle finger to Wang Yi. Employer, you are so despicable. You used that beautiful sister to have a crush on you, and you actually followed her fleet. Wang Yi, who was sitting in the rocking chair, crossed his legs and said, you know what a hammer is. If we leave in a boat, we will be stared at by many people. This is called a beauty trap, do you understand? Hey, an employer who betrays his male lust is such a piece of shit. The elf girl looked Wang Yi up and down again and complained, you are not a handsome man either. Wang Yi reached out and patted her on the head. You can be a tough guy, I am a tough guy. The other elven archers around looked at Sophia and Wang Yi flirting there. They couldn't help but discuss in a low voice, Sister Sophia, you won't like the captain, right? These little elves call Wang Yi captain. It's impossible. The captain is a human. We elves can't be with humans. Following the Black Dragon Society's fleet, Wang Yi and the others came to a strange island. Why exactly is it weird? This island is huge. Big. It's bigger than the previous puzzle islands. And there are no hints. But no one dared to go up, for fear of being deceived. And there are already drifters from several countries surrounding the area. Those from the Black Dragon Club, the White Tigers, and those with chrysanthemum flags and star ring flags. A lot of forces are eyeing this place, but no one dares to go there first. They are all scared by those puzzle islands. Wang Yi stood on the boat and looked around but saw no clues. He touched his chin and thought deeply, there is no warning about this island. Could it be that there are a bunch of 5th-level giant octopuses hidden nearby? He hesitated for a moment. Nearby chat channel, Hikawa Okasaka. What, no one dares to come up. Park Jae-hee, aren't you very brave to establish yourself? Taijin, you go first. Hikawa Okasaka, do you want to fight? Squinting eyes and big face. Park Jae-hee, if you fight with us, aren't you afraid that others will benefit from it? Everyone can only talk, and no one can fight. There is no benefit in fighting, and others around you will take advantage. How do you say something? Balance of terror. When everyone realizes that fighting is not beneficial and will only benefit others, naturally it will be impossible to start a fight. At this moment, Park Jae-hee started to spread hatred everywhere again. Park Jae-hee, who is that? The guy named Wang Yi. Aren't you very capable? Come and crack this island. Just when Park Jae-hee was being mean-mouthed and causing hatred everywhere, Wang Yi was happy. Wang Yi, believe it or not, you won't dare to scream like that again. Park Jae-hee, oh, I'm really not afraid of you. If you fart, hurry up. Wang Yi, everyone, let's get rid of the white tigers first, and then we can solve the puzzle. Hikawa Okasaka, okay, just what I wanted, let's team up and kill Park Jae-hee. Su Ling, okay, I've long been dissatisfied with this guy. Matilda, what you said is so agreeable to me. Park Jae-hee, who had been chirping, was suddenly confused. He felt the malice coming from the world. Wang Yi's words are simply hellish. Park Jae-hee. Everyone. Just kidding, just kidding. Wang Yi. Why don't you get out? Park Jae-hee. I'm leaving now. Boss Wang Yi, I'm leaving right now. Realizing the outrage that aroused, Park Jae-hee regretted so much that her intestines turned blue. He really wanted to slap himself a few times. On the boat next door, Su Ling couldn't help but want to laugh. Unexpectedly, Wang Yi could scare away the disgusting Park Jae-hee with just one sentence. This Wang Yi is really doing all kinds of tricks, and you still have to obey him. The dozens of iron ships of the White Tiger Regiment fled from here in despair, no longer daring to stay for a while. I'm afraid that everyone will attack the White Tiger Regiment's ships. The remaining people laughed secretly in their hearts. Who would this fool Park Jae-hee offend? Do you have to offend Wang Yi? But his eyes returned to the island in front of him. No one dares to go up. Wang Yi stood there and pondered for a moment. Is there a possibility that there are no puzzles on this island and we can go up directly? The elf girl looked over curiously. Employer, is there really no trap? I can try. Try it. The elf girl quickly grabbed Wang Yi. Employer, you can't go, it's too dangerous. I'm not a fool, watch out. Wang Yi released a small boat and placed a terracotta warrior on the small boat. Even if the terracotta warrior's soldiers are crushed, they can be resurrected after 24 hours. Push hard and let the boat float there according to the inertia. Everyone is watching Wang Yi's test. Finally, the small boat carried the terracotta warriors and horses to safely resist the other side. No shit. Wow, employer, you are so smart. Seeing that nothing happened, the elf girl couldn't help but praise him. Walk. Go directly ashore. Of course, it is not excluded that the puzzle is on the island. When other people saw Wang Yi coming ashore, they followed him one after another for fear of missing something. He, Wang Yi, is not stupid either. He holds 200 terracotta warriors and horses in his hands, and at the same time, he asks the elf girls to prepare for battle. If anyone dares to grab something from him, don't blame him for being ruthless Wang Yi. But when he walked inside, everyone was stunned by the sight in front of him. On the island, it's a town. There are some fish men with fish heads and human bodies in the town. When a Japanese man saw this, he immediately laughed and said, "Monster. Die." Pulling out his samurai sword, the Japanese slashed at the fish man with his sword. Clang. The fish man instantly drew his knife and chopped the Japanese samurai's sword into pieces, and the man was also cut in half. The third-level warrior was instantly killed by the fish man. Hiss. Everyone felt their scalps numb. Wang Yi quickly picked up the phone and turned on the system's authentication function. Murloc Town Guard. Level 5. Combat Strength. 3.52 million. Blanche. Can this fishman town be conquered by humans? Level 5. A fish man with millions of fighting power. A big man is lying down. This thing. Wang Yi glanced at the terracotta warriors and horses in his hand. The terracotta warriors and horses with a fighting strength of 200,000 are vulnerable in front of the fishmen, right? But soon, Wang Yi's expression changed from shock to excitement. Under everyone's puzzled gaze, Wang Yi took out a bag of gold coins and walked over. He wants to bribe the fishmen. How is that possible? These are all monsters. Chen Yizhou shouted. Brother Wang Yi. Don't go there, it's dangerous. However, what happened surprised everyone. The fishman saw Wang Yi holding gold coins in his hand and let him go directly. What happened? Just now, using the identification system, Wang Yi discovered the secret here. Discover new creatures. Murloc Merchant. Level 4. Combat Strength. 780,000. Introduction. Murlocs, a neutral race, like gold coins. You can use gold coins to buy things from Murloc merchants. If Wang Yi guessed correctly, this is a neutral island. You can do business with fishmen here. And, the most important thing is, doesn't Wanji Taobao give away benefits? The novice gift package is language of all realms. Wang Yi can see the fishman's text. There is a sign hanging at the entrance of this town, written in fish-human script. Market Town. None of the other castaways could understand it. Only Wang Yi could understand the text. He walked over with the gold coins and chatted with the fishman at the door. Brother, I don't mean any harm, I'm here to do business. The fishman guard was full of surprise. with a shocked expression on his big fish face. Human, you can actually speak the language of the fishmen. You are a friend. A human friend. Oh haha, that's great. This language gift package provided by Wanji Taobao is really cool. The fishman guard at the door complained, aren't you humans here to do business? Why do you draw your sword when you see us? It pointed at the corpse of the Japanese warrior, showing confusion. It seems that these fish people are not hostile to humans. Wang Yi asked excitedly, what do you sell in your town? Weapons, magic items, skills, accessories. After asking about it, Wang Yi was happy. The gold coins he has stored on Wanji Taobao can be withdrawn and can be taken here for consumption. The other castaways were confused. What is Wang Yi talking about? Jili Guala, I don't know how he understands the fishman language. This seems to be a trading island. However, no one dared to act rashly. Only Wang Yi dared to chat with the fishmen in the town. Wang Yi entered the town and looked around curiously. MLOC weapon shop, MLOC skill shop, MLOC item shop, MLOC accessories store. Interesting. Looking at the dazzling array of things in the store, he began to want to make impulse purchases. Murloc scimitar, purple quality. Skill book water gun, purple. Skill book water shield, purple. Skill book monster wave, golden legend. Look at the price. Purple skills cost 500 gold coins, and legendary skills cost 2000 gold coins. Very cheap. Cheaper than Wanji Taobao. Maybe this is a welfare copy, and everything in it is quite cheap. If Wanji Taobao is a large commercial complex, then this place is just like a dollar store on the roadside. It's economical, cheap, full of food, and bactericidal. It's so cute, bro. It's because Taobao in all worlds is not connected to the earth, and prices are different. Moreover, this is an island created by the system. The system does not know which world it moved these fishmen from. Or it could be, Oceanus Procellarum is not on Earth. The system sends them to another world through the portal. It's too advanced for him to guess. The only thing Wang Yi knows is purchase. So cheap, don't buy it. I want to buy these books, all 3 sets. The fishman merchant rubbed his hands with a smile. Thank you for your patronage. A total of 3,000 gold coins. Wang Yi picked up the phone and clicked on Wanji Taobao cash withdrawal. Balance: 30,525 gold coins and 29 silver coins. Withdraw 3,000 gold coins. Balance: 27,525 gold coins and 29 silver coins. Wow! 3,000 gold coins were piled up into a hill. Seeing the money, the fishman merchant smiled even more weirdly. Thank you, boss. It's been a long time since I've had such a generous customer. Here's a little gift for you, please accept it. You have obtained the invisibility potion X1. Oh. Wang Yi picked up the invisibility potion and took a look. It's a good thing, he. Lao Lu's favorite, the invisibility potion. 3 skill books, learn. Invisibility potion, included in the ring. Comfortable, you have learned 3 spells, water gun, water shield, and huge waves. It seems that this is not a complete set of spells, and no more advanced ones have been synthesized. And what about the people outside? Watching Wang Yi spending money like crazy inside, buying. Buy what you see. How about them? Empty pockets. Su Ling couldn't help shouting, Lin Gaofei, which of you has brought gold coins? Everyone looked at each other. I only have 6 gold coins. When I dug out the treasure chest, I got 100 gold coins. I don't have much, Vice President. Everyone looks at me and I look at you, and they all start to be jealous of Wang Yi, a wealthy man. Everyone knows that he defeated the golden pirate Gerda and obtained the treasure trove. Jack, who was killed at the time, was right. Since the appearance of gold coins naturally means the possibility of maritime merchants. In the dungeon of Stormy Ocean, a group of Murloc merchants appeared unexpectedly. Just hate it. I just regret that everyone didn't bring any money and couldn't spend money. There are so many treasures and there is no money to buy them. At this moment, Wang Yi's phone vibrated several times. Snow Queen. It's already afternoon, can you get 10 tons of fish together before tonight? The queen came to urge her again, but Wang Yi felt that Fei Fengyang would not be able to get out for a while. What to do? Do you want to leave here and go fishing outside? How could we do this business without leaving the Tempest Ocean? At this moment, Wang Yi looked at the group of drifters at the door. He looked at the gold coins in his hand again. There is a way. Wang Yi went to the gate of Market Town and put up a sign. Collect the tuna meat, 10 yuan a piece of gold. When they saw Wang Yi hanging this sign, the drifters at the door were shocked. The harvest price of 10 yuan per gold. Su Ling couldn't help but ask, Wang Yi, are there any benefits to you collecting fish meat? I heard that you often collect fish. I have heard before that Wang Yi has a very strange behavior, that is, he often collects fish meat on a large scale. He collected a lot of fish every time and didn't know what to do with them. Su Ling wondered if this Wang Yi had any special means to exchange fish and meat for something. Otherwise, how did Wang Yi get all his treasures and his big boat? Faced with everyone's curiosity, Wang Yi smiled mysteriously. If I tell you the secret, how can I still get along? Sister, do you sell fish or meat? Level 3 tuna is very fast and much harder to hunt than sharks. It requires the cooperation of hundreds of boats to catch a school of fish. Those who can get tuna are usually guilds with a large number of people like the Black Dragon Guild. She must have some fish in her hand. Su Ling was also struggling. Wang Yi received 10 pieces of meat for 1 gold coin. He seemed to still make money. But currently only Wang Yi has a large amount of gold, so he can only exchange it with him. Someone, bring all the boxes on our ship over here. After a while, 10 strong men came up carrying a pile of wooden boxes. Su Ling pointed to these spatial storage boxes. There are 14,000 pieces of tuna meat in here. Wang Yi opened the box and took inventory with a smile. Fresh tuna meat X99. Fresh tuna meat X99. Fresh. I counted the boxes and confirmed that they were correct. Okay, I'll take it. Wang Yi clicked on his phone. Withdraw 1,400 gold coins. Wow, balance. 26,125 gold coins and 29 silver coins. He is not worried at all that the fish and meat will not be sold. The ring in your hand can keep food fresh and prevent it from rotting. 1,004 gold coins, please keep it, sister. Chen Yizhou also came over excitedly. Brother Wang Yi, we have 7,000 pieces of fish. As long as it's fresh, I'll accept it. Looking at the wooden boxes being carried over one after another, Wang Yi felt happy. He resold these tuna meats, dividing 10 pieces of meat into 20 portions, and selling them for 20 gold coins, making a huge profit. The more money, the more security it can bring him. Buying it at a low price and then selling it to Wanji Taobao at a high price is a very unpleasant business. After taking a look at the 21,000 pieces of fish put into the space ring, the people from the Black Dragon Association and the Happy Community Committee who received the gold coins all poured into the town to spend money. She just regretted that she didn't have enough money in her hands. When they entered the city, Su Ling and the others saw a dazzling array of goods. She couldn't help but sigh. It would be great if I were as rich as Wang Yi. Chen Yizhou shook his head in distress. We all thought gold was useless before, and we sold a lot of gold at a low price. Money. Gold coins. When many people saw Wang Yi going to grab gold, they said he was stupid. Now that they see the products from Fishman Island, many people can only cover their wallets in pain. Fortunately, the gold coins exchanged with Wang Yi can also buy a lot of good things. And the other side, Wang Yi, who was sitting there collecting fish meat, found a wall and leaned up. Pick up your phone and start delivering to the Snow Queen. Before, I still had 1,495 pieces of fish meat in my warehouse. If I add 2,000 pieces of fish meat, I will have 10 tons of meat, which is ready for shipment. Heartwarming little seller. Dear, I'm ready to ship the goods here. Snow Queen. Very good. Small sellers are really reliable and can get it done if they say they can. Inside Blizzard Castle, the Ice Queen raised her hand and took out the skill book from the space ring. 1,000 miles of ice, legendary skill. The spell given to the Snow Queen by the Bear God can theoretically freeze everything within 1,000 miles as long as the magic power is enough. Basic mana. Starting from 100,000. The other party has shipped the goods. Order transaction completed. The space door opened, and a large amount of fish fell to the ground. The Snow Queen took a piece of raw fish and put it in her mouth. The cold fish meat has a strong aroma, mixed with the salty taste of the sea. In order to explode faster and stronger in the water, tuna has evolved perfect muscles, but it is more delicious. Even without any seasoning, this mutant tuna has a very sweet and fresh taste when eaten raw. The Snow Queen spread her hands. Great Bear God, I have prepared a lot of sacrifices for you. These fish meat can awaken the soul clone of the Bear God, push our border forward 500 kilometers, and push the snow in the North Country 500 kilometers westward. The wind was howling, and a huge bear shadow seemed to be visible in the vast white snow, looming in the blizzard. On the other side, Wang Yi happily received the reward. Such legendary spells are difficult to buy on Wanji Taobao, as they are all hidden. Even if you can buy it, the price is very expensive. Looking at the introduction of this skill book, Wang Yi became excited. The bear god gave it to the Snow Queen. They seem to believe in that bear. Don't tell me after you learn it. When I opened the skill book, I felt a chill coming to my face. You have learned how to freeze thousands of miles. The fusion of thousands of miles of ice and huge waves, you have obtained the epic skill, Frozen Waves. I go. Skills are superimposed and integrated. I go. Seeing the skills, Wang Yi's heart beat rapidly with excitement. The huge waves are water magic and do not benefit from the bonus of Lengyu Miao Dao. But now, after the huge waves and thousands of miles of ice merged, they turned into giant waves of frost, and turned into ice plus water magic. In this way, you can enjoy the bonus of the weapon, and the casting speed and power are increased by 300%. I gao. Looking at the fused skills, Wang Yi couldn't help but feel excited. Cow, useless people are really awesome. After a while, Wang Yi realized a problem. It seems like others can't perform skill fusion. Wang Yi looked towards Market Town. Su Ling and the others were buying skills, but they seemed unable to fuse their skills. Could it be that skill fusion is a hidden attribute of useless people? Think about it. The useless person can use all attributes such as fighting spirit, magic, and sword energy. Combat power can be converted into strength, fighting spirit, spiritual power, mana, magic power. All skills can be used by this profession of useless people. In other words, skill synthesis is the hidden attribute of useless people. This is the only possibility. When I chose this profession, I really made a mistake and chose a hidden god-level profession. There are probably not many people in the world who choose the profession of useless person, right? Wang Yi was the only one chosen. I don't know if there is anyone else. But even if others are chosen, they don't have Taobao from all realms. Hey, huge frozen wave. Then can I freeze all the tuna downstream? Big waves pick up the fish and freeze them. Then I don't need to rely on anyone in the future, I can fish by myself. Finally, the most troublesome underwater battle was solved by this epic skill, Icy Wave. Wang Yi is now eager to leave the stormy ocean and go back to fry fish. But now that I have a lot of fish and meat in my hand, I naturally have to sell it to get some blood back. There are more than 20,000 gold coins left on hand. Money is fighting power, money is throwing tiles, and money is a sense of security. I happened to be resting in the market town and sold the fish and meat in my hand. This kind of job of being a bad guy in several worlds is really easy and comfortable. Warm-hearted buyer group. Heartwarming little seller. At all group members, a new batch of new goods have been received. The Snow Queen enthusiastically recommended it, and the Polar Lord tearfully asked for it. Wang Yi clicked to put it on the shelf. One piece of tuna meat weighs 10 pounds, selling price, 2 gold coins. With these 20,000 pieces of fish and meat in hand, it is certain to make a fortune. Just when Wang Yi put tuna meat on the shelves, Wanji Taobao testing and appraisal. Your fish is a prop commodity. Do you want to change it from food to prop? Props. Isn't fish just food? What's the prop category? However, Wang Yi has seen that food with props is better and more popular than ordinary food. When he took a closer look, he suddenly became enlightened. Tuna meat. After taking it, swimming speed in water increases by 100%, and explosive power increases by 30%. Duration: 90 minutes. After taking tuna meat, this effect still exists. He has never eaten it before and has not noticed the additional effects of mutated tuna at all. Sure enough, after the level is high, eating these fish can temporarily increase the attributes. Fish with attributes sell better. Some people eat it for its taste, but some people will definitely pay for it because of its properties. At this time, the group was boiling. Longhushan Lao Taoist, do you still remember when you opened the store? Little friend, you have ignored us for almost 2 days. Corrupted follower. Yes, yes, my favorite shark meat is here. Frontier General. If I don't have shark meat to eat, I'm going to die. I'm defending a city in the desert, and I just want to eat seafood. Moreover, fish and meat are important supplies. If I give them to the local chiefs, I can still have a good relationship with them. Do you know how hard it is for me to wait? Heartwarming little seller. Dear friends, I hope you can understand. We catch and kill them now, not raise them. How much you can catch depends entirely on God's reward. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain. Huo. We can't afford the money you put on the shelves. Corruption follower. 2 gold coins per piece. I'm going to eat dirt. Witch Lana. This is a bit expensive for you. Is it really worth the money? Wang Yi smiled proudly. He directly posted the firm attributes of Wanji Taobao. Heartwarming little seller. Everyone. This is not just food, this is a prop product. Look. Longhushan Old Taoist. Swimming speed in water increased by 100%. Increase explosive power by 30%. That's interesting. Witch Lana. Huh, judging from the effect, it should be good. I bought it. In the Magic Tower, Lana was the first to place an order. She happened to want this attribute recently, but she didn't expect that Wang Yi actually sells it. Lana bought a piece of fish for 2 gold coins, not just for eating. She put the fish meat into a container and began to extract the fish oil. A piece of meat can be made into 10 bottles of potion. Well, 2 gold coins is quite a deal. If others buy it, they can only eat it directly. Lana is a magician, she knows the art of refining. 30% burst, using the power of the moon to guide the tide, well. I don't know how effective it will be. Lana drank the extracted fish oil potion, which was quite fragrant. She took a deep breath and raised her staff. The power of the full moon guides the tide. Boom! A water column flew out of the lake and penetrated the bell tower of the Magic Academy. Lana covered her mouth with a panic look on her face. Oops, the medicine is too powerful and it's causing trouble. One accidentally penetrated the bell tower of the Magic Academy. She originally wanted to control the spell to hit a distant target, but the explosive power plus 30% of the medicinal effect made her casting speed faster. Seeing the trouble, Lana immediately got on the broom and ran away. At this time, Snow Witch, the magic professor in the academy, teleported and rushed to Lana. Lana. The Snow Witch grabbed Lana by the collar and pulled her off the broom. Professor. He. I didn't mean it. The Snow Witch was furious as she looked at the princess in front of her, Lana, who actually liked to study some weird magic. As an orthodox royal daughter who has inherited the queen's magical talent, why are you not as stable as the queen? Are you making trouble all day long? The witch Lana, who was grabbed like a chicken, looked unconvinced. Magic requires research. Teacher, didn't you say you should stay curious? Without curiosity, how can you research magic that suits you? Facing Lana's righteous words, the Snow Witch said with a straight face, is this why you broke through the bell tower of the Magic Academy? Lana turned her head proudly. Teacher, I am experimenting with the full moon magic written by the small seller, using the gravity of the full moon to guide objects. Small seller. The Snow Witch raised her eyebrows. As the little seller you are talking about the warm-hearted little seller selling fish. Fish seller Wang Lei. Oh no, Wang Yi, right. Lana was stunned for a moment. Teacher, how do you know? The Snow Witch picked up her mobile phone. I just downloaded Taobao from all realms. Don't think that the teacher can't play with mobile phones. For people from other worlds, it is more difficult to get started with mobile phones. Most people, like the Polar Lords, like to use magic mirrors. Big screen, easy to control. This Wanji Taobao also provides many options, such as virtual screens that appear out of thin air. Some people prefer a physical one, using a magic mirror or simply projecting a screen in the water. Seeing that the teacher also had Wanji Taobao, she became anxious. Teacher, why are you looking for a small seller? Of course I invite him to come to our Magic Academy to be a teaching assistant. For someone like him who can write the magic of the full moon, it would be a pity not to come to the Magic Academy. Seeing this, the witch lady became even more anxious. She is the only one who can discuss magic with Wang Yi. Teacher, are you trying to steal love with a knife? The other side. Wang Yi is eyeing sales on mobile phones. Snow Witch requests to add friends. Snow Witch, who? Looks familiar. Oh, he had bought the Snow Witch's moonlight soil, and remembered it. Approval of application. You and the Snow Witch are already friends. Say hello to each other. Snow Witch, with a monthly salary of 10,000 gold coins, you will be hired to be a teacher at the Royal Magic Academy, and you will be given a fief and a title. Heartwarming little seller. What kind of new scam is this? I am a man who installed the National Anti-Fraud app. Good guy, you are offered a monthly salary of 10,000 yuan and a high-ranking official with generous salary. Wang Yi was confused when he heard this. What is this? Is there anyone on Wanji Taobao who is committing fraud? The person opposite is still a diamond-level seller. Are scammers so involved these days? Thinking she was a liar, Wang Yi blocked her and didn't bother to care about her. Snow Witch, what? I'm not a scammer. The other party refuses to accept your information. This. The Snow Witch looked at Wang Yi and blacklisted her, and was speechless for a moment. The witch Lana next to her covered her mouth and snickered, gloating over the misfortune. Really, she is the only one who can discuss magic with the little seller. On the other side, after blocking Snow Witch, Wang Yi looked at the sales with great satisfaction. Prop food is indeed easier to sell. He has sold 3,500 pieces of tuna meat without even using promotional coupons. Directly receive 7,000 gold. If you make more money, you can renovate the boat. At this time, the market town began to ring its bells. Dang, dang, dang. Market town announcement. The Fishman auction will start at 2 p.m. Drifters who want to buy props should go to the auction building. At this time, many people came to the island, and many people heard about Market Town. And it's safe here. There are fishmen guarding and 5th-level fishmen guarding that station. No one dares to cause trouble here. Level 5. At this stage, all players can be killed instantly. Wang Yi became excited when he heard there was an auction. He put the fish collection sign back in the space ring and strode towards the auction house on the island. Inside the auction, there are more than just familiar faces. For example, acquaintances from the Black Dragon Club and the Xingfu Community Committee. There are also Japanese, Europeans and other large groups of people. People started to arrive one after another, and Wang Yi found an inconspicuous corner to sit down. The fishman on the stage said, "Ouch. What to say?" Everyone looked confused. I don't understand. However, several languages were displayed on the big screen. The auction is about to begin. The first item to be auctioned is a boat accessory, a 4th-level fishing net. Whoa, everyone gets excited. Fishing net. Starting price, 1,000 gold coins. Just when everyone was excitedly preparing to take pictures of this accessory, Wang Yi directly raised the sign, 5,000 gold coins. As soon as he opened his mouth, everyone present was heartbroken. How could we forget Wang Yi, a rich man? With Wang Yi here, who can grab the auction items better than him? Suddenly, a group of people pushed open the door of the auction house and broke into it. The newcomer shouted, "I bid 6,000 gold." The person who suddenly broke in was a stranger. Never seen it before. Wang Yi raised his eyebrows and looked at these intruders curiously. They are wearing onmyoji clothes, which is very rare. Japanese onmyoji. There were a lot of people on the other side, and they looked quite wealthy. Directly increase the price by 1,000. The leading middle-aged man, about 40 years old, has a gloomy face. At first glance, he looks like a hermaphrodite who plays onmyoji. People around him were talking a lot. Isn't this a Japanese organization? Tsuchimikado Evil Tiger. Is this the onmyoji organization that surrounded the 4th-level killer whale some time ago? Tsuchimikado Ogre strode into the auction. He pointed to the fishing net on the stage. Our Tsuchimikado family wants that accessory. The other party glanced at Wang Yi again. Wang Yi, useless person, disrespectful and disrespectful. Can you give this thing to our Tsuchimikado family? Wang Yi, who was sitting on the chair, looked at him coldly. I know you very well. In that case, you want to compare who is richer, right? Tsuchimikado Ogu snapped his fingers and asked his men to bring in several boxes of gold coins. Wang Yi frowned. He thought he could easily buy all the treasures at the auction. After all, of all the people present, he has the most money. As a result, Cheng Yaojin came out halfway, and he seemed to be quite wealthy. Wang Yi held up the sign, 10,000. For him, once he can use this fishing net to catch third-level tuna, it will not be difficult to make money by directly selling the fish on Wanji Taobao to get health. Tsuchimikado Ogu raised his hand confidently. We are bound to get this accessory, 20,000 gold coins. With that said, the Onmyoji opened the wooden box and revealed the golden coins inside. Countless people at the scene stood up and looked at Tsuchimikado in shock. Where do these Onmyojis get so many gold coins? Are you afraid that you went to rob the skeleton pirates? Is it true that the other party is here? Wang Yi is not afraid, he can do it regardless of the cost. Because Wanji Taobao is in his hands, he can make money back no matter how high the price is. At present, it seems that fishing for tuna can not only increase the combat power, but also sell it for money. It is a hugely profitable thing. 30,000. Wang Yi put all his gold coins on it. Unexpectedly, Tsuchimikado Ogu laughed and raised his hand unhurriedly, 40,000. Hiss, I am young. Unexpectedly, the other party was so rich, which was far beyond Wang Yi's imagination. Now he only has 33,000 yuan in his entire family. How could this Tsuchimikado Ogu get so much money? 40,000. Seeing that Wang Yi didn't bid, Tsuchimikado Ogu said with a smile, sorry, everyone knows that fishing for tuna can quickly increase combat power. This fishing net belongs to me. It's over. His mother hates having little money when she has used it. He didn't expect that another person would come out and compete with him for this rare 4th-level accessory. This fishing net is very important. It can be thrown into the sea to catch mutant fish, and you can catch up to level 4 fish. If such an important ship accessory falls into Tsuchimikado's hands, they can quickly increase their strength. And looking at the look in the other person's eyes, Wang Yi had offended them. If he can't get this accessory, the other party will come to settle the score with him afterwards. Tsuchimikado Ogu grinned. Boy, you have no money. At this time, Tsuchimikado Ogu secretly breathed a sigh of relief. He only brought so many gold coins this time. He didn't expect that there would be a trading island in the Tempest Ocean. He still had a lot of gold coins, but none of them were brought into the Tempest Ocean. He only has these gold coins. If Wang Yi increases the price, he may not be able to buy it. The fishman on the stage started to scream, and a countdown appeared on the screen. 40,000, first time. 40,000, the second time. Is there any price increase? The third time is about to close the deal. Just when Tsuchimikado was about to take this accessory. Taobao from all realms. The Snow Witch bought 10,000 pieces of tuna meat from you and received 20,000 gold coins. Snow Witch. The person who was blocked by him. Do not care. The money arrived, and Wang Yi felt confident again. The sudden arrival of my account is really a blessing from God. 41. Wang Yi shouted, catching Tuyuman Ogu off guard. The fish man yelled, ouch! Is there any increase in price? First, the second time, Tsuchimikado looked at his younger brother. Quickly take out all the gold coins you have. The boys quickly touched their pockets and dug into their trouser pockets. Looking at the gold coins collected by his younger brothers, Tsuchimikado Ogu shouted, 41,500 gold coins. Anyone with a discerning eye knows that this Tsuchimikado Oahu is at the bottom of his pocket and has no money. Wang Yi slowly raised his hand, 42,000. He has a winning chance. Tsuchiyaman Ogu glanced at Wang Yi angrily, and then looked at the others, who here lends me money. After leaving the storm ocean, our Tsuchiyaman family will pay back 10 times. 10 times. Many people are excited and want to make money after knowing that gold coins can be used. Unfortunately, they all spent their money outside just now and bought a lot of equipment and props. At this time, the fish man slapped the hammer and said, ouch! Congratulations to Wang Yi, for winning the fishing net for 42,000 yuan. Level 4 fishing net, gold quality. Available material upgrades. Automatically surround the surrounding prey. Once the prey enters the net, 4th level and lower level prey will not be able to break free from the net. Equip it to the ship to connect to the magic core. It's great, now I don't need to rely on elf girls to shoot them one by one, I can just catch a whole group of them. Seeing that accessory being taken away by Wang Yi, Tuyumun Ogu became furious. Wang Yi, I'll give you a chance. Sell it to me for 100,000 yuan. Once you get out of the storm ocean, I will give you 100,000 gold coins immediately. You can also become a guest of our Tsuchimikado family. Hearing this, the other party was full of threats. But who am I, Wang Yi, afraid of? Once the ghost ship accessories are turned on and the four thrusters are fully powered, who else can catch up with him on the sea? This fishing net can make him rich. He can catch mutated tuna with more than 20,000 souls and 30,000 soul power per head, which will make him enjoy the rapid upgrade. That 100,000 gold coins is nothing. So what if I offend Tsuchimikado? Wang Yi put the fishing net into the space ring, and the answer was self-evident. Tsuchimikado Ogu glared angrily, his whole body filled with evil aura. You kid. Ouch. The fishman guard next to him held a harpoon and aimed it at the evil-looking Tsuchimikado Ogu. He took one look at the fishman's fighting prowess, and apparently gave up the idea of starting a fight here. The 5th level fishman guard is no joke. And the higher the level, the more difficult it is to make up for the gap in combat power. You said that the difference between the 2nd level and the 3rd level is tens of thousands of combat power. The gap between the 4th level and the 5th level is several million in combat power. It's terrifying. In Market Town, an island ruled by fishmen, no drifter dares to mess around. Tsuchimikado Ogu was forced back by the fishman's harpoon, and he could only stare at Wang Yi fiercely. Wang Yi was lying on the chair with a leisurely look on his face. I'm sorry. You kid. Tuyumun Oihu hated Wang Yi and gritted his teeth, but he didn't dare to do anything here. They have already offended each other, and Wang Yi has begun to let himself go. There is nothing to be afraid of. Sitting back in the corner, he picked up his phone and checked the balance. It cost 42,000 gold to buy this fishing net. Although it is expensive, it is worth every penny. At the critical moment, the Snow Witch bought 10,000 pieces of fish at a high price of 20,000 gold coins. She was really surprised. Rich woman. This is blacklist. Restore friend Snow Witch. This kind of rich woman should be sacrificed. Heartwarming little seller. Dear. It was just a misunderstanding. I thought you were a liar, sorry. And before, why did the Snow Witch suddenly buy so much fish at a high price? When Wang Yi blocked her, Snow Witch almost went berserk. She really wanted to find a place and just use magic to blow away a mountain. But he finally endured it. After calming down, the Snow Witch looked at Lana. So, you bought the fish meat from him to extract the magic potion? Yes, teacher, look. Lana showed off the essence she extracted from the fish. As long as she drinks a small bottle of explosive potion, she can directly increase her explosive power. The casting speed is greatly increased. The Snow Witch studied it for a while and was stunned. This thing seems to be able to enhance the combat effectiveness of our frontline soldiers. It was discovered that the essence extracted from fish meat can actually greatly improve combat capabilities. A piece of meat can extract 10 bottles of this small medicine. 2 gold coins are well spent. If she buys a large amount of fish meat and asks her magic apprentices to refine it into potions and send them to the front line. Quite worth it. Ever since, when Wang Yi was short of money, the rich woman Shui Witch placed a large order. Directly photographed 10,000 pieces of tuna meat. At the same time, her spending such a large amount of money will definitely attract the attention of small sellers. She is not a liar. No, the little seller really restored her relationship as a good friend and got back from the blacklist. Snow Witch, now do you believe I'm not lying? Heartwarming little seller. As soon as the rich woman makes a move, she will know if there is any. Snow Witch, then do you want to come to our Royal Academy of Magic and be my assistant? With your talent, you will have a bright future. Our Magic Academy welcomes geniuses from all over the world. Snow Witch, and you are very knowledgeable about full moon magic. I happen to be short of an assistant, so I hope you can be the one. The other party is full of sincerity. Unfortunately, Wang Yi doesn't need it. He can quickly improve his strength in the ocean world and make money. Although the other party offered a high price, she didn't know that this price would not keep Wang Yi at all. But for such a big customer, he naturally has to be tactful and say something nice. If you can't even speak, how can you do business? When dealing with rich women, they mainly use coaxing. Heartwarming little seller. Snow Witch, I really yearn for the environment of a magic academy, but my ability is limited, I'm afraid I won't be able to do it, and I need more experience. Hey, instead of rejecting the other person, he gave the other person a thought. Snow Witch. No, you are fully qualified and capable to serve as a teacher in our magic academy and as my teaching assistant. Heartwarming little seller. I am still studying the magic of the moon with great concentration. My world is 100% ocean, which is more suitable for studying the magic of the moon. What? A planet full of water. You know, a planet that is entirely water and a planet with land are completely different things. The entire Earth is now surrounded by seawater, and the moon-guided tides will not be disturbed by land. This is a very suitable place for practicing moon magic. The Snow Witch suddenly asked boldly. Snow Witch, can I build a branch of the Royal Academy of Magic in your place? Want to build a branch? Wang Yi decisively refused. After all, they don't listen to their orders. They will run around and get into trouble later and tell the truth about their possession of Taobao from all realms. That's not worth the gain. Taobao in all realms is Wang Yi's secret. If drifters around the world knew about it, how many people would go crazy about it? My only advantage is Wang Ji Taobao. Wang Yi also knows very well that in this era of catastrophe, ordinary people can only go with the flow. You can only join various organizations to keep warm. And he likes an unfettered life and doesn't like to be attached to other guilds and follow other people's orders. They may even be used as cannon fodder to perform some tasks. If the Snow Witch and the others are allowed to come over and they run around at will, something will happen. Heartwarming little seller. Branch. Let me think about it. Wang Yi is also very smart. He didn't refuse directly, but gave a vague answer. In this way, it won't directly make the rich woman unhappy. Snow Witch. Well, in that case, I'm not in a hurry. I'll wait until you figure it out. All I can say is that I will give you very good benefits and treatment. Think about it slowly and don't be in a hurry. The Snow Witch felt that a small seller could not force him. Geniuses are all arrogant. If she pressed the question in a hurry, she might scare them away. After all, the world belongs to Wang Yi. He doesn't want people to come over, and they can't come over either. The Snow Witch put down her phone and looked at the 10,000 pieces of tuna meat in front of her. She raised her hand and used voice magic. Magic apprentices of the alchemy department, gather at the moon lake in the backyard. Summon apprentices to refine these fish meats into small potions and send them to the frontline soldiers. After these potions are sent to the army, the combat effectiveness of the academy soldiers will be greatly enhanced. On the other side, the eyes return to Wang Yi. The auction is still going on, and they are all about armors, weapons, and props. He didn't like it. After all, he was already wearing a divine outfit. Magic Knight set, +5 Cold Moon Meow Knife, Pirate Musket, and Meteoric Staff. This much equipment is enough for him to use. The ugly tiger from Tuyuman next to him gritted his teeth with hatred towards Wang Yi. Tsuchimikado Ogu looked at Wang Yi and wiped his neck. When you get out of this island, wait for me. Ah, Wang Yi raised the corners of his mouth and picked up the phone. Heartwarming little seller. Sophia, install the magic core on the ship. Sophia. Good employer, are you okay on the island? I'm so worried about you. Heartwarming little seller. It's not a big problem. I'll be back soon. Asking Sophia and the others to get ready, Wang Yi stayed at the auction for a while to watch. Except for the fishing net, Wang Yi didn't like any other props in the auction. The performance was mediocre, so it was useless for him to buy it, and he was too lazy to compete with others. At this time, the fishman took out a legendary long sword. Ouch! The final finale, the lion sword, golden legendary level. Increase the power of sword energy release by 25%, and increase the sword energy release speed by 25%. Starting price 10,000 gold coins. Seeing this weapon, everyone at the scene was jealous. But most people had no money, and everyone knew it was the only one on the scene who could buy the sword. This sword has good attributes. Brother Wang Yi must grab it. Chen Yizhou couldn't help but look over. Hikawa Okasaka looked like he was watching a show. Only Wang Yi and Tsuchimikado Ogu can afford this treasure. It's another big show. Tu Yuman Ogu geared up and looked at Wang Yi. Everyone is looking forward to it, this will be a fierce bidding. Wang Yi, who was sitting in the corner, directly raised the sign, 35,000, I want it. When everyone heard this, they suddenly took a breath of cold air. Is Wang Yi so rich? He just spent 42,000 gold coins to buy a fishing net, but now he still has more than 30,000. How can this be? Tsuchimikado Ogu and his subordinates looked at each other. He must be running out of money. The Onmyoji follower looked worried. Master Tsuchimikado, what if this Wang Yi still has money? At this time, Tsuchimikado Ogu laughed sinisterly, then we will raise the price. Even if he gets the sword, he will still have to pay a high price. Sir, you are smart. Let's argue and make him waste his money. Since he can't get it, he will raise the price. Anyway, I just don't want it to be easy for Wang Yi. Thinking of this, Tsuchimikado Ogu quoted his highest price. 41,500 gold coins. I want it. Everyone at the scene looked over, and Tsuchimikado Ogu showed a proud expression. This seemed to be the highlight of his life, and all the other drifters present looked at him with envy. Rich and willful, just when Tu Yuman Oihu thought Wang Yi was disgusted. Wang Yi's words made everyone laugh out loud. Oh, it turns out I don't have that much money. I only have more than 10,000 gold coins left. Then I can only give this weapon to Mr. Tsuchimikado. Congratulations, Mr. Tsuchimikado. Originally, he was still very proud and thought he was quarreling with Wang Yi. He was so angry that he spurted out a mouthful of old blood. Wang Yi, be a human being. Is this something carbon-based organisms can do? Tu Yuman Ogu stood up and pointed at Wang Yi, I protest. He doesn't have that much money at all. He is raising the price maliciously. The fishman spread his hands, indicating that he had no control over him. Ouch! A line of text appeared on the big screen, we only care about the final quotation, and those who cannot pay will be detained by us. Murlocs are also profiteers. It doesn't care if Wang Yi makes excuses and falsely reports prices. As long as the last price you quoted is sold, you have to pay. Don't pay. The 5th level fishman guards were waiting for him. Tsuchimikado Ogu was speechless, and when he was excited, his whole body became so angry that his heart ached. This Wang Yi is so deceptive. This is too much. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.